Hello, welcome. This is Ryan of Happy, Healthy, Vegan. How's it going, guys? Let me know if you see and hear everything all right today. Just double check about it from the start. Everything sounds cool. Also, too, let me know if you can see and hear this. I'm going to do a fake test super chat donation here. Let me know how the audio sounds, and is it too loud, too quiet, or is it just right? I've been doing some testing and I finally fixed that bug where the audio wasn't playing back. Anyway, let me know how this robot voice sounds in relation to mine. There we go.
This is a test donation for $93.
And by the way, no one just donated $93. That was a test donation by a fake person named John. Yeah, let me know how that robot voice compares to mine. I was trying to listen to it earlier, but I have my audio configured in such a way I couldn't put headphones on and compare it and check it out. So let me know if it sounded in the right ballpark, and we'll go on. All right, Herb, that's what my quick sense was listening through some crappy little speakers on the laptop here. It sounded pretty good. All right, cool. Awesome. So one reason why I'm coming on early today, because I'm hungry. Thanks to you guys last week for donating so much. We already had dinner going on, but I promised a pizza night, and here it is tonight. So I went down to our local place here, Fourth Horseman. I ordered on the app, and 40 minutes later, they had this beautiful vegan pizza all ready for us. So I'm going to eat it with you guys tonight, something we never do because I should brought some napkins. So anyway, I was eat these after the live stream, after you guys' donations. So thank you last week for all your generous contributions. So anyway, yeah. Not sponsored. I just love their place. They're friends of mine, sort of. I consider them friends. It's called The Frailty. And they're just a great pizza bar here in Long Beach. Kind of this horror, they play horror movies all around. Kind of this devilly horror kind of vibe. Cool if you like kind of dark art kind of thing. Anyway, cool. Thanks, Fourth Horseman. Big shout out to you guys. You're not sponsored, just ready to chat on some good pizza. It's been a few weeks since we had one of these. Anyway, The lava lamp, PS. Yeah, it was out of commission on my last video. The bulb broke. It burnt out, so I had to order some more. I think I had the same bulb for like maybe 15, 20 years or so. I'm glad it lasted that long. So I have 3 slices of this to go through with you guys. So it might take a little bit of time for me to chomp them down and talk. Ooh, almost dropped it. Yikes. Near tragedy there. Yeah, it's really floppy. It's not like a firm pizza right now. It's soft. So anyway, yeah, good to see everyone here, guys. Thanks for joining. Hopefully we'll have some fun questions tonight. It's not all about like haters debunking veganism. I mean, they can come on. They're welcome to, as long as they're polite and ask good questions. But yeah, we're here to answer vegans' questions as well. That's why I said ask me anything. So yeah, if you got some questions about veganism, if you're new to it, experienced to it, want to know my take, and I'm just a simple guy. I'm not a medical doctor or a Nobel Prize winner or anything like that. Just a simple video and music producer who's been vegan for well over 11 years, and I'm 54 years old, and I share my experiences and all with you guys here. Yeah, this pizza does not have pineapple, Stumpy. I'm not sure if any of the ones we get there have pineapple. I'm sure we could probably ask. You can add ingredients on. I just like the regular stock way of making this one. You know, don't suck being vegan, guys. People say, oh, I couldn't go vegan. I couldn't eat pizza anymore. Yeah, you can. You go to a classy pizza bar here in Long Beach and order some like microbrewery beers and get a pizza. Cass from Greenville, Tennessee. Good evening to you there, Cass, in Tennessee. Welcome. Vian Moinen? No, it's better than decent. It's really, really good. Now, I'm not sure if pineapples would vibe with these flavors. I think it actually would go well, actually. It's basically tomatoes, tomato sauce, and the homemade Parmesan, vegan Parmesan, and homemade, like, kind of seitan something or another. That looks like a little meaty bit, but seitan. Hey, Peter. live stream dinner times. Yeah, it's possible. I just kind of stressful. I had to look at the app, see how long it takes them to order for them to make the pizza, order it ahead of time, drive down there, get back, get in time for the live stream. Fortunately, I budgeted so well on my time. I was like really early. I'm just going to go on like 15 minutes early so my pizza doesn't get too cold. Speaking of, let me cover it back up here. Yeah, I have this whole half of a pizza to eat here. Angie's eating another half right now. Anyways, yeah, pineapple sometimes it seems like a dividing thing for people. Is it a valid, tasty pizza ingredient or not? But I think it would taste good on this pizza. Now I think about it, I'll consider it in the future. I'll ask Angie, hey, what do you think about pineapple on the frailty? Oh, Cass. Well, cool. 9 months vegan. Awesome. Sounds like he left and came back. Hopefully whatever was what prevented you from sticking with it before is no more. Well, yeah, I have nothing but great things to say about veganism. Obviously, or else I wouldn't be here 11 plus years later. Still doing fine. I haven't grown a second head, or my current head hasn't fallen off or anything like that. P.S. No, thanks. Doing pretty good. Fu Man Poo. Yeah, I'm kicking butt for 72, huh? Just kidding. Hell, if I still look remotely like this at 72, wow, it'd be amazing. Now, sometimes the haters like to say, man, you look like a 70-year-old man. I go, wow, if I look like this at 70, I'll be stoked, but I definitely don't look like a 70-year-old dude right now. But yeah, you'd be surprised. I see that all the time. It's like, no, you can't try to say that to make me feel bad. I know what people my age typically look like, and I know I look decent for my age. I'm not going to be all stuck up or anything. I look pretty all right. Justin Nye, you've been vegan for 10 years and your head hasn't fallen off either. Isn't that amazing? All these horrible things that VD and the Crypto Kings say are going to happen to vegans. Them oxalates. Ryan's eating all them oxalates. Well, there's really... Oxalates are staple foods of vegan diets. Well, there's no oxalates on this pizza here. I don't know how to break it to the oxalate king. But anyway, let's get down with it. See if you guys have any questions or comments. Sir, have you ever considered going raw? I tried raw. What is it? Like 2012? I did it for like 8, 9 months, 10 months, something like that. I didn't write it down. So I've tried it before. It's no big deal as far as like it wasn't any better or healthier or more vegan or anything. That was a lot of work. It could be quite expensive, and a lot of work just to make sure you have ripe food all the time. Angie's prepping these meals to make more delicious raw meals. Took a lot of work. It was a big commitment, and I didn't see any real reason why to dedicate so much time and energy into it. Seemed like I could do better things with my time, and I didn't see any real benefit. I wasn't more spiritual or healthier or energetic or anything like that. So I did try it. That's why I feel like I have a right to criticize it when I do, because I've actually tried it before. Yeah, Travis, the pizza might taste better if I'm raw, but see, why go raw? Why give up having a vegan pizza? If you go raw, you're saying, I'll never have a vegan pizza for the rest of my life. I'll never have I guess you couldn't even have vegan Ben & Jerry's if you wanted. I mean, let alone you couldn't even have potatoes. Steaming broccoli is off limits. Why? Why? That's my question to raw people. What are you getting that's so amazing that you're never going to have a potato again? How is steamed broccoli going to take a day off your life? So that's my whole thing about raw. Those are my thoughts actually having been raw. And ask yourself, why not eat a potato for? What's the reason for never eating a potato again? Yeah, raw is torture, Justin, and you're right. These are the people that, not all of them, some people are successful raw foodists. I totally, completely acknowledge that. I never denied that ever, but most of these people that quit being vegan trying raw food, doing raw food for extended periods of time. And for some people like them, it had some health issue. It gave them some health issues. Anyway, back to the pizza chomping here. Fu Man Poo, that's too much information. Put some clothes on, bro. Hey, Prudence in Australia, Yarra Valley. I've never even heard of that area. Lunchtime there. And you still wish you had that pizza. It looks amazing. I've been thinking about Australia. I've been watching the Australian Open in Melbourne, past few days. No, I'm a former, I like to play tennis, but I don't play anymore. I haven't played in a long time. It's just hard. You need, like, friends to play tennis. You just can't go. I guess you can hit off a wall, but you have to coordinate with people and have a court. Pain in the butt. So much easier to play basketball. Ace, the trolls get under my skin? They can bug. I mean, anyone doesn't. People usually don't love trolls. Usually, people that do social media. It doesn't have to be vegans. It can be anything. People go, oh my God, there's a troll in the comments. God bless that person. They're so awesome. High five. Trolls are there. That's their point. They're there to, like, irritate and upset. But you have a question, Ace? I'm with you, Race. I'd love to see some good debunkings of veganism tonight. Who's my favorite tennis player by the book? It's gotta be Roger Federer. I just love his style. Right, one-handed backhand, so beautiful. That just maybe the best forehand ever in tennis, arguably. He's just a classy dude. I'm not saying he's perfect, personality-wise, but I think he represents the sport very well. And his demeanor, his beautiful style, his longevity and competitiveness. And it's just a beauty to watch Roger Federer. Well, hopefully he's not done. He might have played his last tournament already. He's recovering from an injury and unsure if he'll really come back this year. Another player I like too, it's not that popular anymore. He's kind of dropped in the rankings, but he's big in Federer's day. Is from Spain, Feliciano Lopez, left-hander. Another kind of like Federer player. Beautiful one-handed backhand, beautiful style. I like the guys that have style. Both in their appearance, but more in their form. Just beautiful to watch. Shahanolulu. What's my resting heart rate? Let me see if I can just pull it up in the health app, because I wear my watch, my Apple Watch. Not sponsored by Apple. I wish I was. Let's see. Let's see if I can get my resting heart rate numbers here. God, I'm so bad at working this app here. It just tells me right here. Okay, right now. 57 BPM right now, just resting here. And I mean, if I'm really truly resting, not like having a live stream and chomping pizza down, I think I've seen it like 47, 49, but usually if I'm just chilling, like not doing anything too active, yeah, in the like 57, 59 beats per minute. Jose Feliciano, did I say Jose Feliciano? Feliciano Lopez. All right, brain fart there, vegan brain fart there. No, Jose Feliciano is a great guitar player and vocalist from like the 60s and 70s. Feliciano Lopez is a great tennis player, still plays. He's older like Roger Federer. Feliciano Lopez, that's what I meant to say. Sorry. Yeah, it happens. Brain farts. I ain't resting, Race. Yeah, I'm attacking this pizza for sure, huh? Yeah, Vian Melman, I'm with you. A lot of people think vegan diets are restrictive. No, it's such a diverse array of foods now. Like when you're non-vegan, people think, okay, that's not restrictive, but a lot of non-vegans just eat a couple things. They eat some cheese, a hamburger, steak, chicken, and that's it, an odd occasional vegetable. I mean, how is that a non-restrictive diet? You're restricted on plants and diversity. All right, another slice of pizza here. All right. This is gross. I'm sorry. I have to wipe my hands on my shirt. I should have brought a napkin in. Oh yeah, raw vegan rising. You mentioned that DJ 120. I made a video about that guy. Right? That's a guy, that raw vegan guy, who said he said a bunch of wacky, insane things. Like the one I remembered most, he said that a raw vegan diet can cure every disease known to man. Like every disease known to man. Even if you said half the disease is known to man, or even a tenth of them, but every disease known to man. So what has he said now, DJ 121? Is he continuing further down that road of just complete Looney Tunes, or are you just saying that because he says, wacky stuff like that? See, that's stuff like that makes vegans look bad. I know raw veganism's this whole thing. Most raw vegans I know are not like ethical vegans. Some are, but most are not. But they just believe in this wacky woo-woo stuff like that. Like eating a diet of just like fruits and veggies, uncooked, will cure every disease known to man. I mean, where do you get that from? What is that based on? Saladino was a raw vegan. I mean, I was I guess considered one for a point, like 8 years ago or 9 years ago. Do I buy processed food? Yeah, I mean, I don't eat strictly whole foods. I mean, primarily our diet is comprised of whole food plants, but there's some processing going on. Even though I didn't buy this food per se, I mean, they made it about a lot of this is, I tell you, house-made ingredients at the pizza place. But yeah, we get some processed food from time to time. Like, the one of my favorites right now is the vegan banana bread at Trader Joe's. I mean, it's not that processed, it's got like a few simple ingredients in it. It's weird. Not all processed foods are the same. Some processed foods have like literally like 2 or 3 ingredients, and some have like 100. So it's kind of you got to look at case by case. It's not always comparing apples to apples. It's like apples to oranges. P.S. I hope you bit yourself in the mouth. As opposed to like your arm or something like that. Hey, Johnny. How's it going, Johnny Bravo? Favorite soda flavor, P.S. I don't drink soda. Honestly, I don't drink soda. Don't like sugar water. I mean, I used to when I was younger. Then one day I realized I was addicted to sugar water or caffeine or some combo of the two. So I gave up on it. And this was like in like 1990 or something like that. Make a vegan. You're a Boris Becker fan. Yeah, back in those years, I was not a Boris Becker fan. I was like, I liked McEnroe, Jean McEnroe. I like his style. I like this weird, unorthodox way of hitting, that weird service motion and his serve and volley. I liked Bjorn Borg too when I was really young. Tennis freak, your cat ran away. What do you mean? Like, your cat is lost? Hopefully not. That sounds horrible. I would freak out if that happened. Wow, is that true, Johnny? A guy with a heart rate so low he had to like run in the middle of the night so he wouldn't die. Is that sounds like a extreme tale or something like that? Let me know if that's true or not. That's crazy. I just don't like diet soda. Or soda. I just don't like it. Just like I don't like meat. Whatever. I don't like soda. Just not something I'm attracted to. Not for ethical reasons with the soda. Just not into it. Don't stop being vegan, guys. Go to a classic restaurant, get a good pizza. You don't have to give that up. Hey, Uncle Walt. Yeah, despite his name, Meatloaf. Yeah, did you hear about he's like a singer from the 70s. I heard he passed away today. Or yesterday. I heard about it today. Meatloaf wasn't Meatloaf vegan? Was he vegan? I mean, that'd be the most ironic thing in the world. Let me know. I just assumed he wasn't, from his name and his age. But, that's a horrible assumption. Just because someone's Meatloaf. Just because someone's named Nicocado doesn't mean they eat avocados and they're vegan or anything like that. Was I a vegetarian before vegan, Anna? More or less, because Angie was vegetarian when I met her. And since we moved in together pretty quickly after meeting each other, since she's a vegetarian, pretty much made me a vegetarian too. But when I left the house without her, yeah, I didn't follow any strict code or anything like that. But yeah, it's pretty close to vegetarian for the like decade before I went vegan. Oh, you guys are afraid I might bite myself talking and chewing. I'll be careful, thank you, because yeah, you're right, that sucks, huh? Nothing worse than like chewing and blood and Hey, Peter. Yeah, Nicocado used to be vegan, a raw vegan. I remember he's all into like Woodstock Fruit Festival and all that. But I'm just saying the name. I guess he named himself that when he was vegan, but now that name's stuck. But he's definitely the furthest thing from a vegan. No, okay, Travis. Meatloaf was a veggie for a decade and went vegan in 2020. Oh my goodness. There's something hard. Guys. Nicocado is funny. I can't stand to watch that guy, knowing what crap he said about veganism. I just, everything after that's ruined. There's a whole tirade I remember he made about vegans and how horrible we are and how unhealthy the diet is and we're bad people. It's like, go away, man. If you just don't want to be vegan, I always tell these people, if you don't want to be vegan, fine, that's your decision, it's your life, but don't poo all over veganism on your way out just because you're upset about some things. It's like, just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's inherently wrong or flawed or something like that. He made it into one of his vile vegan videos. Wasn't he being vile in his videos when he like just speaks all this crap about veganism? What do you say about you, Peter? What's so vile about Peter? Hey, Peter, yeah, or Peter Cunnington. Yeah, you saw my post yesterday. I was talking about the Chipotle, restaurant. They have that new, I haven't seen it yet. They have a new vegan chorizo. Yeah, I've seen some articles pondering or analyzing, is that chorizo, that vegan chorizo, healthy? And my point was, well, the meat chorizo, the dead animal chorizo, we already know that's not going to be the healthiest food in the world. The plant one couldn't be any worse. Like, why aren't there articles about, is this regular chorizo healthy? Because it's not. The plant stuff's not going to be any worse. It doesn't have any dietary cholesterol. It's going to be way less in saturated fat. How could it, it won't have any carcinogens in it, unlike a processed meat, class 1A carcinogen. Beetloaf, good one, Rich. Peter, well, it's funny, he's gained weight now, so maybe he's got something there, huh? Maybe he's not purging anymore when he weighs 400 pounds. Weird. Cam, are you joking? Dead animals nourish the body? Tell us how plant-based meats don't nourish the body. Who says vegans need to eat plant-based meat? Do you see me really eating any plant-based meat on my pizza here? Just curious, Cam, why wouldn't just say, I'm not advocating for a Beyond Burger, but how would a Beyond Burger fail to provide nutrition for a human body? I want to hear the reasoning, how it's like lacking, it's like negative nutrition. It's like biting into like plastic or cardboard or something like that. I mean, we'll take a look at the nutrient profile if you want. It's got like more protein than like, meat protein burgers have. I don't even look at our analytics anymore for subscriber details. I really don't know. When we first started, it was more female. Then I think males caught up. I don't know where we're at right now, to be honest with you. That's cool, Uncle Walt. It just seems like a matter of time. It's 2022 now, and McDonald's doesn't have a plant-based burger in their restaurants. Well, most of their competitors have had some for years. Like, what's taking McDonald's so freaking long? Maybe they'll finally get their act together by 2024. P.S. Can't say I've tried any of that. What's that, Peter? Have I seen the post about all the ingredients in Beyond Meat? They say regularly dead animals only have beef. What's that? What's Cam saying now? You can eat vegan donuts for a month or vegan, whole food, plant-based for a month and expect the same health outcomes. And you know this how, Cam? How do you know this? Like, have you tried this yourself? Are there some studies that say you can eat glazed donuts? Go on an exclusive glazed donut island diet, nothing but glazed donuts for a month, and you have the same outcomes of eating like how we do in the Happy Living Cookbook. How do you know that? I'm just curious where you get that from. Did you hear that in Facebook carnivore group or something? Like, just want to know the nutritional science facts behind that. Uncle Walt, it wasn't 72 today, man. It was cold here. They say tomorrow is going to be like 72. I'm looking forward to it too. I think that's what they're calling it out here too. The McVegan burger, is that what they're calling it at McDonald's? I don't know. I haven't gone to see it. I know they were testing it out at a few locations in the United States. Yes, Cam, I understand. Plant proteins are different, even though plants have all the essential amino acids. So, Cam, what should have happened to me by now of 11 years, of eating exclusively plant proteins? What should be happening to me right now, Cam? Well, how come I'm not falling apart? How come I'm not deteriorating away? When's this all going to happen? When are these horrible things going to happen to me from not getting enough protein? And by the way, I take extra protein supplements because I'm an athletic person. So anyway, Cam, if your whole thing is right that we're not getting enough protein, what should be happening? Tell me, what should be going on with my body and health right now if I'm not getting the protein I need from eating plants? Just curious, Cam. This is my last slice of pizza, guys. Again, I want to thank you guys last week for all your generous contributions. That's why I got the pizza today and thought I'd share it with you and eat it with you live at the beginning of the live streams. All right, Cam, again, you're just shitting in your hands and throw it on the wall. You're not answering my questions. Cam, tell me, how am I fasting? How it's going? How come I weigh like 194 pounds or so, and I'm putting on muscle? And I've been vegan 11 years. I'm in my 50s. Tell me, how come I'm not withering away dying? If I'm fasting, how come I weigh about 25 pounds more than I did about 8 years ago? And I was vegan then too. I was only like 2 years vegan then, but now I'm further into veganism. I weigh way more. I'm stronger. How can this be happening, Cam, if I'm so protein deficient? How am I gaining weight through fasting? Do you understand the impossibility of that? How does someone put on 25 pounds through fasting? Please explain that to me. Yeah, I'm fasting right now, guys. See that race lever? This is considered fasting. In Cam's eyes, eating this vegan pizza. I ate half of pizza. This box here. Do you know how big this box is here, guys? I ate half of the contents of this box right now on this live stream. You can replay it back later if you think I'm lying. You know, I ate half a box of pizza, and I'm fasting. No, Cam. That's your assumption there. I don't eat a lot of processed foods, Cam. I really don't. I mean, if you don't believe me, watch me show you our food diary here. This is how we eat day in and day out. The happy, healthy vegan cook. And how many trace elements? If say Cam was right, I mean, there's like trace elements of animal bits in there. Like, how much can there be? Just a little tiny bit. You'd notice it. I mean, this is how we eat, bro, or gal, whatever your name is. This is how we eat day in at whole food plants. Yeah, once in a while we go out. We're not rich. We're not wealthy. We don't go out to restaurants regularly. We don't buy a ton of processed food. We eat mainly whole food plants. So that's your explanation. The only reason why I have any muscle and strength and energy is because there might be a little tiny piece of animal protein when they made the wheat gluten seitan here. That makes no sense. I think he's trolling. What do you guys think? Is Cam trolling? Because these are just ridiculous explanations. How much, like, say he's right, how much animal bits can really make it into vegan food? Like, say, you know, it makes no sense. I mean, if so, there'd just be trace amounts, not enough to significantly, that's the word, Cam, to significantly contribute to my overall nutritional intake. Cam, let's say you're right. Say I accidentally ingest a little tiny bit of animal foods once in a while. Again, say so. It might be like 0.5% of my total nutritional intake in an entire day or month or something like that. How can that little tiny bit give me all the muscle and strength and weight that I need? You see how that makes zero sense, Cam? It makes zero sense. If a little tiny trace amount sneaks in, I'm all of a sudden huge and muscular or something like that. How does that work out? And I gain 20 pounds. If a little tiny trace of animal protein sneaks into the Ben & Jerry's ice cream or something. How does that happen? So you're saying all you need is a little tiny bit, like a little 1/100th of a teaspoon amount of animal food, and that'll do it. Is that what Cam is saying? Well, Cam, we don't really eat that stuff all that much. But I don't eat fried noodles. I'm like, what are you talking about? Have you ever seen a vlog of us eating fried noodles? I'm straining my brain right now to think about that. Yeah, Cam is trolling. I think Cam is trolling, huh, Peter? Anyway, I just want to let you guys know if what's that guy Matthew Kim comes back again, I'm gonna be cool to him, but I'm not gonna let him dominate the conversation like he did the last time or two. So if you're watching, Matt, you're cool and you're not banned or anything, but yeah, we're not gonna entertain you terribly long. Citizen journalist. Okay, so one vegan, I haven't seen his video, has bad blood tests, so that means veganism is debunked, because you can look at mine, and I've been vegan longer than Leo Venus, and I'm also much older than Leo Venus. Yeah, my blood levels are really good. Furthermore, you can look at the blood labs of someone like Dr. Sean Baker, former Dr. Sean Baker, testosterone levels of like a 90-year-old woman, fasting glucose, and hemoglobin A1C in the diabetic realms. I mean, these are some, and super high LDL cholesterol. I'm saying one person doesn't, you can't generalize the results of one person, but I'm saying, why bring up Leo Venus? Why not bring up me? You're just cherry picking there. You found one guy with not great blood tests, and you could have found a dude who's older and been vegan longer, but no, you're just going to cling on to Leo Venus's test. I'm sure I can go find any guy off the street who's not a vegan and have them do a blood lab, and it's probably going to be around like what Leo Venus's is like. So Cam says, as long as you get a little, well, if Dr. McNeil's right, he has like eats turkey like a freak. That's what he says. But I mean, okay, that's, I guess, one day, you're getting a bunch of animal products. But like what Cam is saying here, me just getting there's going to be a little bit of like a bug squashed in here, a little tiny bit of animal protein, and that's going to be the difference why I'm strong and athletic. So there's a good theory, Cam. I like it. But I hate to break it because we don't eat that much processed foods, Cam. So, nice try. Cam is Matthew? Maybe so, huh? Anyway. Yeah, right. So he thinks people are staying alive off a little bit of turkey twice a year, or once a year in McDougall's case. And I've heard that he says that he has turkey once a year. He tells the public that, so they don't think he's some radical vegan activist. But I've heard him say privately, like off the record, that he doesn't eat the turkey at Thanksgiving. He just says that so the general non-vegan public won't think he's some kind of vegan weirdo. That's what I have heard from people close to him. Oh, Peter, sorry to hear that, Peter 3.0. I've had this weird congestion for this week, too. I'm concerned maybe I got something, but I don't know how, because I haven't gone anywhere. I've just been hiding out for the most part. So I don't know. I'm just going to stay home, as I have been doing, until I feel 100% again. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Our first, hopefully our not last, super chat tip of the evening. Thank you so much there. Organic Silver Moon Designs L. Garner. Thank you. I love your channel, and me and Angie are amazing vegans. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And you're so mature for dealing with the non-educated people like Cam, who might be trolling, we don't know, talking nonsense to you. Vegan here going on 12 years, and thank you, Cam. Cam, sorry. Organic Silver Moon Designs L. Garner. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, now, another example there for Cam to try to debunk, like, how come we're still alive and doing fine? You've been vegan at least a year longer than I have, too. So good job. Congrats. And thank you so much. Hey, did you guys hear a sound effect when the donation just came through, the super chat tip? Because usually there's an all right. I didn't hear that, but I was speaking a lot. Let me know if you guys, like, yes or no, if you heard the all right. It's like a male voice going, all right, something like that. You did hear it. Okay, awesome. Because I tweaked a setting in my video streaming software to improve the audio stability. So awesome. You did hear it. Maybe I need to crank my volume up a little more. You heard it all right. All right, cool. Everyone heard it except for Jesse, 12 string. How much was this pizza? With out the door, with tax, tip, it's a little over $30. Tax, tip. There's no other fees, I don't think, but yeah. I missed it too, Jesse. I don't know how, you and me, the guitar people, I assume, didn't hear it for some reason. Anyway. Here, Cam there. Cam says if you send him or her money, he or she will give you health advice. Good job there, Cam. Yeah. Because Cam has lots of credentials. Cam, tell us, how are you qualified to charge people money for your health advice services? Let us know what background you have as far as like medical doctor, PhD, nutritionist, registered dietitian. Just kind of curious why you charge. Like what experience, like what credentials do you have to make yourself a professional health advice giver? Thank you, Organic Silver Moon. It says our channel is a learning channel. Yes, it is. It is absolutely a learning channel. We won't turn away from others. Thank you so much, Organic Silver Moon. Thank you. It's good to know. It's not only good, it's just like What's the word I'm looking for? Just confirming to know that, people get something positive out of what we're trying to do. As far as sharing with the world how simple and easy and fun, despite all the trolls and stuff like that, how simple, easy, and fun and just ethical and logical it is to be vegan. It's such a win-win-win. It's a win for animals not needlessly being killed. It's a win for trying to save our planet, not contributing as much to greenhouse gas emissions. And it's a win for our health if you choose to eat a healthier vegan diet. Tennis freak, what's going on, man? Why are you saying that? What are you talking about your cat still, or are you talking about something else? Race, yeah, I would give Cam $1 million too to not give us health advice, huh? Did Cam ever give us his or her qualifications? Now he's probably thinking of something right now. That's it, guys. That was the pizza. I ate it all. I showed you at the beginning there was a full half box of pizza, and now there are just a few crusts. Well, I think I see a couple the vegan seitans left here, so those are really good. So they're house made. They just don't put on some Morningstar Farm or whatever. Yes, yes. I gotta go, Daniel. Working tomorrow. Hey, get to sleep, man. No bigs. I'll be back next week. A doctorate in vegetation. Maybe that's what Cam's got too. Oh yes, Uncle Walt. Angie quickly took her half of the pizza, and I brought my half in here, and promptly started the live stream early. Oh, Organic Silver Moon, thanks. Yeah, I'll let Angie know you're liking her Tiny Baby Kitty video series. And there's one last episode, part 4, which we'll put out next week. It's already done. She already finished editing it. And it will show how we founded a home, finally, a forever home. Oh, Nicholas S. I don't want to give your whole name out in case you want your privacy. If you're watching Nicholas S., I saw Nicholas just bought one of our ebooks. So let us know if you're in the chat right now. I should mention, if you want to go to our store, let me put the link. Oops, what's going on? How come I'm having trouble finding my apps here? Our store right now has a sale. If you want to get the print book of the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. Oh man, what am I doing here? Okay, here it is. It's $5 off if you save if you use our code Veganuary. I pasted it down there. But also our 2 ebooks for the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook and Keep It Carb Baby are both on sale right now during the month of January for $9.99 a pop here, and that's what Nicholas S just took advantage of. So let us know if you're in the chat, Nick. Yeah, our store, we have a sale going on for the rest of the month. Yes, Angie ate the other half. You got it there. Do I poop per month like Sean Baker? No, I poop. I've talked about this. I'll talk freely about my poop. Yeah, about 3 times a day roughly, and it's quick and easy. It's not like I remember before going vegan, you sit on the can. It's a process. It takes a while. Slow moving. No, I just sit down, bap, goes out, and I got a little bidet squirt it. I'm done. I can poop and be done in 10, 20 seconds. I don't know, something like that if I'm trying to be hustling. Yeah, I saw that, Peter 3.0, 500 megaton estimated explosive power from that Tonga volcano. That's crazy. That's like the biggest that's been measured. Cam, that's amazing. You eat no fruits or vegetables, yet you're 52 and look 32. That's totally awesome. Good for you. Awesome. I bet you don't, but I'm just saying good for you. It's good to have confidence. And if that's proof of debunking veganism right there, a guy that has no photos that we can... Do you have some photos we can see, Cam, of you? Not like a friend that's actually like 20 or something like that? Be curious if you have a Cam Instagram account we could check out or something. Okay, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Quebecer, will we have any of the men's sleeveless shirts and double XL soon? To be honest with you, I'm not going to be reordering any shirts anytime soon because we're pretty stocked up right now. But we have tried in the past. I always keep one double XL in of every style. We just been out for a while. But good question, because yeah, sometimes they look good. Sometimes I look good in a big giant shirt too. Yeah, Cam, let us know if you have a social media we can see. You must, I mean, if you're 52, that means you've been around the internet for a long time. I would find it really hard to believe if Cam didn't have a Twitter page, a Facebook page, an Instagram page. Can you link it to us, Cam? Please. I'd love to see your page, and we'll, if you don't mind sharing your privacy. You should, because you know all about mine. I told you how many times I poo a day, so at least show us one of your social medias, Cam. Since you're making this great claim, but let's see it. That's what I'm thinking. I'll probably show a picture of Paul Rudd, huh? That's funny, Hexac Dragon. Yeah, let's not talk about getting B12 from poop. Yeah, I could see a vegan. I eat poop, and then they got sick, and I got sick because I was vegan. Now it's because you're eating poop. But that debunks veganism. A guy who's 52 said he looks 32 and is not showing any social media. Yep, veganism's debunked. Yeah, I heard about Louis Anderson, the comedian, as well. Yep, Hexac Dragon happens all the time. Vegans think they're going to get their poop, their B12 from poop, and they eat the poop and then they quit. Yeah, mung beans are great organic silver. Yeah, we've been using them all the time in the previous cookbook, not this one, but in the Keep It Carb Baby. That has the kitchery recipe. We make that pretty much every week religiously. Not religiously, but we eat that all the time. The prime ingredient is our mung beans and rice. Yeah, Peter, you made that Tonga volcano after too much. I shouldn't even joke about that. Thing's tragic. Peter, you're a once a day pooper, nice and fast as well. Yeah, there's no glory in, pooping. Yeah, I'm not saying, the more times one poops, the better. I'm just saying that's what I average, like about 3 times a day, something. That's a normal day. Twice, 3 times, something in that ballpark. I would say 2 to 3 times. If it's not 3, it's 2, Cam is better looking than Paul Rudd. Well, that's awesome, Cam. Good for you. That's so awesome. I wish I was better looking than Paul Rudd. So Cam here is better looking than Paul Rudd. So there you go, man. Awesome. Cam is not lacking in confidence. Oh. I mean, I could say I'm better looking than Brad Pitt, huh? I'm better looking than Brad Pitt. Prove me wrong. Especially if I have no images to show you guys so you can compare and verify. Hey, Graven, yeah, we all die, but we don't have to take others with us. Who was saying that? Someone's saying, Vian Moinen, we all got to die? Like, yeah, that's a true fact. We all have to die, but we hopefully are not going to today, and why take any other lives out with you along the way? That's kind of the whole point of going vegan or being vegan, so you're not killing others unfairly to keep you alive. That's the definition of vegan in a roundabout way. You don't need to consume the dead bodies of other living animals in order to keep you a living animal. That's it. You don't have to do that. We find that morally wrong. Veganism is about ethics. I mean, you can be a healthy vegan if you want. And you're free to be an unhealthy vegan if you want. You could eat junk food all day if you want. I don't care. But yeah, it's a moral, ethical stance against animal exploitation. I just happen to choose a healthier direction for my eating, but I don't have to. Veganism doesn't require you to eat the healthiest diet in the world if you don't want to. I forgot Race Lever has achieved immortality. I forgot about that. That's why I got him for my moderator here. It's good to have an immortal in the chat moderating. That's funny, Chessie 12 string. Funny. Veganism as a sort of religion? How so? I mean, I've studied religions. I've studied philosophy of religion as an undergrad as well in my philosophy studies. There's no worshiping. There's no deity. It's just an ethical belief that it's wrong to exploit animals. If you are just wondering, if it's a religion, I'm telling you no. But if you have some thoughts to add to what I just said there, I'm not sure how having an ethical belief against killing animals is wrong. How that is a religion. If you want to add to that, feel free. Hexic. All right, thanks for sharing that too. You're a twice a day person. Yeah, P.S. That's like saying being nice is a religion. That's like saying, oh, I'm opposed to raping humans. That's a religion. I'm opposed to murdering humans. That's religion. Vegans are opposed to harming animals. That's how is that a religion? Just kind of curious. Cool, Heidi. I'm glad you're enjoying this chat. K. Farnan, famine. Can I get vegan pastor status for tax purposes? There you go. Yeah, I mean, veganism were a religion, then I can make the argument that since I have a YouTube channel and following and all that, I'm a religious influencer and I should not have to pay taxes, huh? I mean, I wish that were true. I wish veganism were a religion just so I could get a tax break. That would be cool. I just paid my estimated taxes on Tuesday, by the way, too. Sucks being self-employed. Mark, no, I haven't read Ed's book yet. If someone wants to send me a copy, I'd be totally down for it. No, but no, I haven't come across it. I haven't seen anyone I know that actually has it. So no, I haven't read Ed's book yet. I'm sure it's gonna be great. I'm sure I'll read it at some point. But yeah, I'm hoping I can get a copy. I often people send me a copy, when Plant-Based Athlete and Robert Cheek released their vegan athletes book. Yeah, I got a copy of that. They sent me one. I read it. So Ed, if you're watching, forward me a copy and I'll read it and talk about it, for sure. Kale Satan, let us pray. That is the religion of vegan, right? Huh? Funny, would I vote to make meat illegal? Well, veganism, again, is a moral, ethical stance. I'm not a fascist. I know I can't make someone believe something, I wish I could just make people believe, not wish. My goal is to make people understand that veganism is the most ethical and logical decision that they can make as far as what to eat, as far as not consuming animal products. It's a win for the animals. We raise 80 billion animals a year for slaughter needlessly. Why would you want to live in a world where we make 80 billion animals a year just to kill them needlessly? We can eat plants, and we're destroying the planet in the process of killing 80 billion animals a year needlessly. We're destroying our planet. Greenhouse gas emissions, number one source of that, animal agriculture. 90% of Amazon rainforest destruction, animal agriculture. We're destroying our only planet because of meat eating. And it's a win for your health too. So I think people, once informed, and the most important thing is if they're honest with themselves and don't cling with their freaking egos, but I gotta eat meat because blah, blah, and all these reasons make no sense. If people just only can be honest with themselves, like I was, 10 or 11 odd years ago and I went vegan, you'll see that veganism makes sense. Maybe I have, I'm like grasping to my ego. I have a very open mind when it comes to, saving the planet and changing my diet. So basically, people continue on, then I take it, okay, they don't give a crap about saving the planet. They don't give a crap about we're killing billions of animals and destroying the planet. They're totally cool with that. So what can you do? If people are A-okay, yeah, they think that's a great plan. Let's destroy our planet, kill 80 billion animals a year, and eventually we're all going to just burn up an inhabitable planet. If they think that's totally cool, they've got some issues. If you really don't give a crap, if you're that blasé and flippant about all of existence on this planet. Yeah, don't speak bad about Earthling Ed. Oscar, is that the guy that's come on here before? Are you the one, Oscar, that comes on and says you don't like Earthling Ed because you have some beliefs of him being like a rich millionaire or something like that? Is that what I remember? I think that was you, right, Oscar? Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, don't come here and diss Earthling Ed because you think he's like a really rich guy or something like that. Yeah, Earthling Ed is a veganism god. Well, he cut his hair, though, so he doesn't like vegan Jesus anymore, which leaves an opportunity for me to sneakily grow my hair back out, and then I could take over Ed's role as the official vegan Jesus. What do you guys think? Should I do that? No, just kidding. Okay, you're the true Oscar, the one who doesn't like Earthling Ed because you think he is like too rich to be a vegan activist. Well, Earthling Ed doesn't have a church, but if you want to take him down, Oscar, this is not the place to do it. So yeah, please, if you want to talk about something else, cool, but don't come here and diss Earthling Ed with these bogus arguments like he's too rich to be a vegan activist. He may not, it doesn't really matter. And you had no proof that he was like this rich millionaire, multimillionaire. You just found a page on the internet. I showed you these same pages say I'm a millionaire as well, which I'm not. All right, you guys are cool with me being the new vegan god. All right, awesome. Earthling Ed, better watch out. I'm coming for you, bro. Funny, if you can't get vitamin A from plants, first of all, that's from a DNA test. I would actually personally speak to a medical doctor and run some lab tests in addition to a DNA test, which is great. It would be actually better, or it would be add to that edifice of knowledge to get some lab tests as well. And then if worse comes to worse, take a supplement. That's why they make supplements. Why do you think all these supplements have existed in stores for decades? It wasn't there for vegans. Vegans, didn't really, there weren't too many of us back in the 60s and 50s and all that, 1950s. But yeah, just take a supplement like non-vegans do if they have some kind of trouble converting nutrients from food into their blood, so yeah, just take a supplement. That's what a doctor would tell you. Don't take my advice. That's what a doctor will say. If a doctor sees you're low in vitamin A, the doctor, he or she will say, take a supplement. They won't say, well, you got to eat a bunch of steak then. No, just take a supplement. That sucks, tennis freak. You got kicked out? You didn't bring your ID? Maybe that's the problem of you being vegan, huh? If you weren't vegan, you'd look way older probably, huh? You probably shaved about 5-10 years off your appearance from being vegan, tennis freak. It's your fault. No, just kidding. Is there a religion where you must follow a plant-based diet? No, there's it's not Seventh-day Adventists. There's a lot of vegans and vegetarians there, but there's non-vegan Seventh-day Adventists as well. I think if you're a Janist, you don't consume any animal products, and there's some schools of Buddhism, certain schools of Buddhism where they're vegan or vegetarian as well. Funny. Hey, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a research scientist. I can report that I've been eating plant-based for 11 years, vegan for 11 years, and haven't grown a second head yet, but I'm just a simple man. I'm not a health professional, but we can look at what scientists and health professionals have said. And here's a position paper. This is just the abstract. If you want, I could use search, or I could show you the entire paper. It's like maybe 50 pages long. It has like 100 scientific references that they they read through the relevant science on the matter, and they came to this position that appropriately planned. Again, this is not just like a Facebook group. This is the official position paper of the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics, largest group of health professionals in the United States. And they say appropriately planned vegan diets are healthful, nutritionally adequate, and appropriate for all stages of the human lifestyle cycle, from pregnancy, infancy into old age. So this is not an experimental diet. There's a mountain of science that shows the healthful benefits of eating a plant-based diet. So you might wonder if it's an experimental diet. No, this is a really well-researched diet, vegan diets. What is not really well-researched is, say, like a carnivore diet. There's not really any studies on it, but eating plants has been around for a long time. There's a lot of science on it. And this is, again, after reading the relevant scientific research done in these areas of plant-based research. This is their informed opinion. So no funny. It's not an experiment. Again, this is not my opinion. This is the opinion of PhDs and medical doctors that have reviewed the relevant scientific studies. I can't remember, Uncle Walt, if fig Newtons are vegan. I remember researching that a while ago, and I thought they were, but you have to look around, make sure check each, brand that makes it, make sure they don't add anything dumb in it. But yeah. Regular Jack. Okay, they say after 5 years you're going to be iron deficient. Well, all we got to do is, first of all, look at the position paper of the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics here. It says nutritionally adequate. Which means iron is part of your nutritional adequacy. Secondly, you can just watch my blood test videos here. I'll put a link to that. I've been vegan way longer than 5 years. I had a blood test as a 10-year vegan last year. And my iron is always, the entire time I've been vegan, it's pretty much staying flat. It's not jumping up and down or on this downward trajectory. It's stable over time. So they're wrong on both counts, on blood labs of mine and the scientific literature out there. So these anti or ex-vegans can say what they want. They could say after 5 years, your head's going to fall off because you don't have enough nutrient X, Y, or Z. Your head's going to fall off. And they can say that, but they're totally wrong. Fig Newtons are vegan. Thank you for checking that one, Peter. Thanks so much. All right, let me get out of this. Yikes. All right, back. I should set my... I should have set my iPad up so I could hit buttons to switch all my screens here. Oh, well. Anna, oh, your head fell off after 5 years? Ina, I'm sorry to hear that. It happens to a few vegans, I'm sorry. That does happen once in a while. Yeah, organic, Silver Moon. Yeah, we are such a diverse group of people. Yeah, we're vegan first and foremost because it saves the lives of animals. Why do we want to kill animals to eat when we don't have to? Do people that are not vegan enjoy animal death? You think it's really awesome? Yeah, I love killing animals for food. But yeah, secondly, it's a healthy diet. If you don't do something bizarre, like eat a bunch of junk food all day or eat just raw carrots all day or something like that. Peter 3.0 was anemic before going vegan, so take that, anti-vegans. Funny, I told you, I am not I've never advocated ever, and I ran for office too. I ran for city council here in Long Beach a few years ago. It never was it part of my platform. Like, I am here to ban meat. You know, that's not part of what Earthling Ed is doing. We're here to educate people like you, Funny, to let you know why it's such a logical, no-brainer decision to go vegan, unless you're totally fine with, you know, needlessly destroying our planet through the immense resources required to produce 80 billion animals a year needlessly. So we're just telling you, it's a no-brainer. If you're really concerned about having a great planet to live on and not killing animals needlessly and destroying the planet, you'll go vegan. To me, it's a no-brainer. It's such a freaking no-brainer. We shouldn't have to pass a mandate or something like that. Will I run for office ever again? Never say never, right? At least I know how to do it now. Hey, Gomez Adams. Yes, I can see you. If you want to ask me another question, feel free. But I don't see every question every time. We have almost 110 concurrent viewers right now, according to my numbers here. So if you really want to ask something, paste it again, maybe a minute later. You can always leave a super chat tip or a up top. I have pinned to the very top our link to our page on Streamlabs, where they don't take a cut, you know, unlike YouTube, but you can hit the $ down there, get a super chat, or use Streamlabs, all good. Regular Jack, you are vegan, still getting stronger at the gym and everything. Yeah, me too, you know, but you know, these anti-vegans have weird, bizarre theories how vegans are getting strong. And first of all, they say we're all getting weak. And then if we say we're getting strong, they'll say, oh, but you're getting animal products accidentally. How about all the ones who don't have muscle? Are they not getting the accidental animal products? Just the ones that are muscular get the accidental animal products? It makes no sense. Oh, Tennis Freak, that's nice. Yeah, if you're ever a millionaire, yeah, give us a nice super chat tip there if you ever hit it big. Get my facts straight on animal agriculture ruining the environment. I am wrong. Okay, let's get some facts straight. These aren't my facts. I'm not inventing them. I'm repeating pretty non-controversial ideas, say from like, United Nations, stuff like that. Let's see if I have, I don't have that up and ready to go right now. Let's see. Here we'll get some links. All right, let's get some links here to information about what I'm talking about here. Animal agriculture is responsible for more greenhouse gases than the combined exhaust from all transportation. Animal agriculture, and this comes from the FAO subgroup of the United Nations. Not my report, they did it. How about some other doozies here, like let's talk. Another stat I used up earlier about the Amazon rainforest. All right. Let's go here. Animal agriculture responsible for up to 91% of the Amazon destruction. We have several resources here, which are all here for you to see. Leading causes of rainforest destruction are livestock and feed crops. Again, the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization. So if I'm wrong, the United Nations is wrong. I would trust them over like some alternative facts you've found on a carnivore group or something like that. Debbie, Tampa, thank you so much. Yes, I agree 100%. Don't pay to have others hurt animals. Thank you so much for your super chat tip, Debbie. There, much appreciated it. Ooh, it's contributing to next week's pizza. Maybe we're already kind of halfway there. Funny. Lots of women lose their periods. Like you saying vegan women, like non-vegan women lose their periods too. But all these like, why I'm no longer vegan people that lost their periods, these females, they were extremely doing an extreme restrictive diet. They're eating like raw food. They were into fasting and juicing and not eating enough calories. They weren't getting enough energy. But yeah, this is not a problem for anyone I know that eats a regular sensible vegan diet. But lots of women, Jesse told me, lose their period simply from not eating enough. You can lose your period as a raw vegan. You can lose your period as even a regular vegan who doesn't eat enough food. But usually these raw vegan girls that I've reviewed are just like crazily thin. They're like 25, 30 years old, but they look like, 12-year-olds. They're so crazy thin. They're not eating enough food. Yeah, most people are like Graven babies. You wish your period would stop, don't you? Wouldn't that be awesome? You female vegans, what do you love? You just wish, I wish that could happen to me. And it could, but it's not a sign of a healthy, it's not a healthy thing. Yeah, Heidi never lost hers because you're not starving yourself, probably, Heidi. Yes, Organic Silver Moon. Yeah, we were blessed, Banjo and I both blessed to be born here in Southern California. I know a lot of people have to try to move and themselves out here. We're just lucky to be born here. The grass is always greener. I'll watch like people that are born in Hawaii go, oh man, it looks so great. I wish I was born in Oahu or something like that. I wish I was born in Maui. But hey, I was born in Southern California. Not too terrible. Hey, James, yeah, it doesn't suck to be vegan. It definitely doesn't. Funny, yeah, milk. Oh yeah, humans are raised on milk, but they should be raised on human milk. Like, it's great you bring up milk there, Funny. Like, yeah, milk. Baby humans should be having milk from a human mother. But why should they, after they get older than an infant, like that's what milk is designed. Like, why should human babies drink the milk of a cow? First of all, cow's milk wasn't designed for humans. It was designed for baby cows, and only baby cows. It wasn't designed for adolescent or adult cows. So milk is all screwed up. But yeah, it's perfectly vegan for a baby to have the milk of a human mother. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. How's that not vegan? No animals are being exploited there. But it's completely bizarre. Like, what other creature on this planet drinks the milk of another creature and continues to do so into adulthood and old age? Milk was designed specifically as a food to take a small baby of a specific species and rapidly grow it to maturity for that species. It's completely perverse to drink another milk from another animal and when you're not even a baby anymore. Yeah, cow's mommy's milk is for baby cows. That's why it exists. Nature didn't produce bovine milk so specifically for cows that it's going to work great for humans, adults. It makes no sense. Yeah, and cow's milk is full of pus too. We don't like what ifs, Funny. We like actual science. Yeah, what if going and like, I don't know if that's true. I've not, in some people, that's just too vague. What if like pissing on my next door neighbor relieves depression? Like, so what? It doesn't really seem like a valid technique to help. There's no real, that's no reason to exploit animals. Like, you might not be as depressed if you continue eating animals, maybe. I'm vegan, I'm fine, I'm cool. Yeah, Graven babies, good question. What if Funny just decided to go vegan? She keeps throwing these odd ideas out there. Just go vegan, check it out. It's not that weird. I hope my next door neighbor isn't watching. I have a bunch of next door neighbors, so I don't know which one I was talking about there. Yeah, drink oat milk. Drink rice milk. Drink a plant-based milk. Yeah, FOD dieting. There's what I'm looking for. What if smoking crack has been shown by scientific studies to relieve depression? Does that mean you're going to want to rush out and smoke crack? Funny. What do you think about that one? Thank you, FOD dieting. I was trying to think of a good analogy, and I thought of peeing on my neighbor. Smoking crack is much better than peeing on my neighbor. I'm with you, Peter. I get really depressed thinking about how all the animals, 80 billion animals a year get killed, and we're destroying the planet for all future humans and animals at some point, not too far off. All because people, oh, but I can't give up meat though. What if it helps me fight depression? Or what if I lose my period? It's not going to do either of those. So just stop making up these excuses. Yeah, what's more depressing? Knowing that we're needlessly destroying all these animals and our planet at the same time, or maybe milk might help with depression. What's more depressing, destroying the planet, or what if milk might be good for my mental state? And there's no science indicating that as far as I know. No, meat and crack are not both great for your health. Meat is a group 1 carcinogen. Do you know what a carcinogen is, Money? The World Health Organization, after reviewing the current science out there, this was a few years ago, found that processed meat is a group 1 carcinogen, a known carcinogen. This is the highest level of being a carcinogen, like nicotine or tobacco or whatever. And red meat is a group 2A carcinogen. So yeah, no, eating meat is you can compare it to crack in a certain sense that they're not really great for your health, and if you want to avoid like illnesses. Yeah, there's plenty of studies on red meat, Funny. You said they have not studied. No, red meat is a group 2A carcinogen. Based on what? Them just sitting there. There's no studies, but we just think it's a carcinogen. No, they came to that determination after reviewing the studies and to put it on the list of group 2A carcinogens. So please don't misrepresent the science out there. Now you're changing the goalpost. First you said unprocessed meat. Now you're saying cooked meat. So you meant to say raw meat? Raw is not the same as unprocessed. You just keep moving the goalpost everywhere. Just be consistent, or else we're not going to. Yeah, they haven't studied raw meat probably because only a few crazy people eat raw meat. You know, I mean, it's really not a thing. I mean, apart from some weird fringe circles on the internet, you know, you don't go to your friend's house, we're all gonna eat a bunch of raw meat. You go to Thanksgiving, we're all having raw meat. You go to the restaurants here in town, we're gonna serve you raw meat. See what I'm saying? It's a fringe thing. Like maybe 0.01% of meat eaters are eating raw meat in any significant amounts. So yeah, there's not gonna be any real science on that right now. So you might have a point there. Doesn't mean it's good for you. It just means it's not worthy of study because there's no one eating it. You eat it. So I said you're a fringe part of the world out there. Just because there's not any studies doesn't mean it's devoid of these bad properties of the studied meats. There's no way to validly assume that to be true. Anyway, let's move on. Like, again, why do you want to needlessly kill animals? Funny, let me ask you this. You've been asking the questions. Now it's my turn, all right? Funny, why do you find it necessary to have animals die for you every day, every meal, so you can get this raw meat? Why do you find that you need to kill them when you don't have to kill them? There's a way of eating. It's called veganism or plant-based. You don't even have to care about the animals if you don't want to, but why do you demand animals die for you when it's absolutely unnecessary? If it were necessary to consume animal products, Funny, we wouldn't have the position paper of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. I should be dead right now. My blood test, which I pasted here for you guys earlier, should be all crap. You know, it should be way worse than Joe Rogan's and Sean Baker's. They're not. So please tell me why you need to continue needlessly consuming animals and killing them every day for no benefit. Yeah, Hexadragon. Even if Even if meat led to no health problems, we don't need it. Exactly my point. We don't need to eat meat. We're exploiting and killing billions of animals for taste only. If you're talking about health benefits, there's nothing unhealthy about giving up meat. If not, I should be sick, dead, deteriorating, horrible blood tests, no athleticism, no energy. And instead, my doctors are always really like, wow, you're doing really good, Ryan. Whatever you're doing is working. Your vegan thing is working out for you. George, Nuwa, how's my joint health and my back health? I can say words. Words are kind of meaningless. How about if I show you some imagery and you can decide? Let's see. How's that look for being able to use my joints, my muscles, and my back? How's that look, George? This is shot just like let's see, 2 months ago, doing one of my slam dunk trainings. How's that look for some back and joint health there? If you want to see some motion, all right, here's some motion. If you think I'm just like manipulating photos or something like that. How's my back and my joints look there? Again, I'm in my 50s, bro. I mean, I'm in my 50s, 10 years vegan in these photos here. So, yeah, what do you think of my back health? Okay, George, I wasn't being a jerk or anything like that. I didn't know if you were, I thought you were one of these anti-vegans or something like that. So my bad if I came off a little aggressive, George. My apologies there. I think funny was starting to get in my head a little bit there. So anyway. So funny, what do you think about that? If it were necessary to eat meat, why am I so athletic and healthy in my 50s? Please explain that, because you're saying, well, you need it for nutrients and health. If I were sick and nearly dying, I wouldn't be slam dunking in my 50s, like 10 years plus vegan. So let me know, funny, if you're still watching, explaining why you need to eat meat for when I'm probably way older than you and I have great health. I put my blood labs there. You can look and click my blood labs videos. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll put it one more time. Where are you there? Nope, that's the video Peter sent me. I still need to watch that. Okay, so yeah, funny. If you want to see all my blood test videos, right here, check it out. Please explain why you need to eat meat again. I want to hear that reason. What's that, Grimes? Eating meat isn't immoral? Is that what you're saying, Grimes, Frank? Why? Like, why is it moral to kill someone who doesn't want to die and eat them when you don't have to? It's absolutely unnecessary to eat meat for any reason, for health, nutrition, other than just pure laziness or you think it tastes good. And how is eating meat moral when you're actually taking someone's life needlessly? Just want to hear the reasoning for that. Yeah, okay, thanks. So yeah, please explain why it's moral to kill someone. Just go shoot someone and eat them. Why is that moral? Because you don't need to eat people or animals or anything like that. So I'd love to hear that. I'm not the arbiter of morality. I'm just saying, if you think it's fine to kill people, that's on you. You have a really bizarre sense of morality if you think it's totally fine and ethical to shoot someone. Because an animal is someone. It's a living sentient being, just like me, just like you, just like your dog or cat and your mom and brother. Why? Who gives you the right to play God and kill people to eat them? That's, if you're thinking I'm the arbiter of morality, what makes you the arbiter of life and death? That's even worse, really, if you think about it. It's like being God. So please tell me why. And we don't have to get into these purely philosophical, heady discussions about morality. I studied philosophy, by the way. I'm a philosophy PhD dropout, so I've had many courses in philosophy. We don't need to get deep into ethics. I mean, it's just simple. Is killing people right or wrong? I mean, you don't have to get into, is it universal versus subjective? I mean, if you just don't tell me that, just tell me, you think it's cool, you think it's okay to kill people. That's all I want to know. We don't have to talk about is that subjective or objective. We just want to know if you think it's totally cool to kill people. Yeah, unless you're the BBC, Peter. The BBC says if you kill someone from a distance, it's unethical. But as long as you kill them like right next to you or in the same town as you, then that's totally cool. But if you kill them from like another country, then that's unethical. That's wrong, Frank. And if then, again, I've studied logic. You're saying if you are hungry, you'll eat meat. No, I'm hungry and I just ate a freaking pizza. And I could have chosen to eat meat, Frank. This pizza place isn't a fully vegan pizza bar. They have a great vegan menu selection, but I chose to eat plants. Why? Because no animals had to die, Frank. Why would you want an animal to die for you tonight when you don't have to? That's my whole point. It's unethical to play God and say, haha, that animal's going to die because I got to eat it. And when you don't have to eat it, Frank, you don't have to. If you are hungry, you need to eat, but you don't need to eat meat. That's my whole point. You said if then. If you are hungry, yes, you need to eat, but then you added meat to the end of that. Unnecessary. If you're hungry, then eat. That is a correct logical statement. If you are hungry, then eat. Well, Frank, you have that option. You have that option, Frank. Don't tell me you live out in the Arctic tundra and there's no supermarkets, or you live off in the middle of the Amazon and no one's discovered your tribe yet because you're speaking to me in English on a computer. Yeah, we're not talking about extreme situations. Like if you went down in a plane crash and there's nothing going on, we're not talking about extreme situations like that. We're talking about the normal non-crisis situations. So yes, if you're in a life or death situation, you might eat your friend. You might eat one of your relatives, like in the Donner Party. You've heard probably that story. The people crossing the Sierra Nevada mountains in the wintertime. They left too late in the season. The winter got them and they had to eat each other. We're not talking about survival, life and death situations. We're talking about going to the freaking market. You're not going to die if you go to the market and buy just plants, Frank, if that's what you're saying. Funny wants me to admit that veganism is not healthy. Again, I'm not going to... Funny, if you can debunk the position paper, the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics, I'll send you the abstract right now, and you can look for the full paper. It's a PDF. I told you it's about maybe 50 odd pages long, 100 scientific references. You can read the entire thing. It's out there. I'm just linking you to the abstract, but you can find the entire thing. If someone else wants to find it for funny and give me the link, that'd be cool. But actually, you can't paste links unless you're a moderator. But I'm not going to admit that because it's wrong. You want me to admit something that's untrue, and I'm not a dick. I don't lie. Oh, Grams. Well, who says if you're hungry to eat only apples? Only a moron would do that. Just eat only apples. That's not what vegans do. Vegans eat a balanced, sensible diet, such as what's recommended here by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Appropriately planned vegan diets provide all the nutrition you need. That includes protein. How much protein do you really need? Grimes, I'm doing fine. What's wrong with me? How come I'm strong and athletic and I'm not getting all this protein? I'm obviously getting the protein that my body needs, and I'm not eating any dead animals. Furthermore, if you must have extra protein, you can always get a protein supplement. Like all my non-vegan gym bros, they take whey protein. And they're eating meat all the time. Why do they take whey protein for? You would think that's unfair, unnecessary, right? Right, Grimes? But if you want, you can get a plant-based one like here, like Clean Machine Green Protein. It's not a weird chemical isolate or whey. It's a whole food plant that has an amino acid profile, pretty much exactly that of whey protein. So if you want to get more protein, eat more legumes. Take a vegan protein sup. I said it's not wrong. Well, most of my weightlifting buddies at the gym are taking whey anyway, so there goes that argument, Grimes. What do I think about vegetarians writing music? I wish they would, if they're vegetarians for ethical reasons, I don't see how they can continue to be a vegetarian and still consume eggs and or dairy, which they both have horrible ethical problems. You know, we know that, they know that, so I wish they could get off of that. Funny, why are you throwing poop on the wall? Now you're talking about the government. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics I referred to there is not the United States government. I don't know what the government thinks about our health. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. Why does that matter? And the United States government isn't promoting veganism, by the way. Just saying that. You know, the United States government subsidizes the production of animal products. They subsidize the marketing of cheese, eggs, and dairy, meat. I mean, the United States government isn't like promoting Beyond Burgers or broccoli or something like that, if that's what you're asking about. What's that, Graven Babies? You can't say what I'd like out of respect for Ryan's live, but man, I'd like to. Who are you talking to there, AJ Vintage? Let me see. Oh man, something must be going on and I'm missing here. Oh, you guys are talking about one of these people here, huh? Who are you guys talking about, Graven and AJ? Which one of these people are you having issues with? I will deal with them as need be. Oh, variety of music, like anti-nutrients. I've made tons of videos on these so-called anti-nutrients, like oxalates, lectins, stuff like that. It's complete nonsense. Like lectins, for example, are not anti-nutrients once the food has been cooked. Like who's eating like raw beans? You can't. They're hard as rocks, you know. I made videos on oxalates recently. It's pretty much a non-issue unless you have an already known, like, you know, kidney stone issue, which affects some people, but that's not like normal. You know, like most people, vast majority of people don't have kidney stone issues. Thanks, Organic Silver Moon. Thank you. Okay, you guys, Graven Babies and AJ, you're talking about funny. Yeah, I think funny is just trolling or just like doing that thing. Funny, here's what a lot of people like you are doing, and you can go back and watch all your comments, and this is exactly what you do. You're just doing what I say. The anti-vegans like to poop in their hands, pick it up, and throw it on the wall and see what sticks. Like, okay, that one didn't work. That idea didn't work out. Let's poop here. Oh, let's say something about the government now. Okay, that didn't work. Let's say something about anti-nutrients. No, that didn't work. Let's say that women lose their periods. Poop. It's like, just keep throwing poop on the wall here. Just stick to a topic and let's discuss it, but just don't keep pooping and throw it on the wall. These horribly non-argued ideas. Variety music, raw eggs and milk. Even the United States government dairy board or egg board can't use can't promote eggs as being healthy. There's that famous nutrition facts video about that. They can't say that because there's so much saturated fat in eggs. So yeah, avoid saturated fat. There's processed vegan foods that are high in saturated fat too. Ones that are high in, like, say, coconut oil, palm oil. Just avoid stuff like that, you know? I mean, if that's your concern about not unhealthy foods, like, you know, I'm sorry, high saturated fat foods, avoid that. That's the biggest problem you have as a vegan, as far as, like, unhealthy bits, is high saturated fat. But you're not going to overconsume cholesterol. You're not going to overconsume heme iron and stuff like that. Funny, we're feeling pretty good unless when people just like start pooping on us. Funny. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty cool being vegan. Ah. Okay. Oh yeah, someone's asking about food deserts. I don't know if someone who lives in a food desert wants to and lives near me in a food desert and wants to go vegan, get in touch with me and I'll come over and we'll see what shopping options are available for you. I don't know. I just gotta see. Not all food deserts are the same. Everyone's got different types of foods you can buy, different restaurants, different markets, different bodegas, what have you, different parts in the world. If someone's nearby in a food desert, get in contact. We'll see what's happening. Yeah, VLAM. Yeah, just because one can do something doesn't mean it's morally right to do something. I could take a poop on Race Lover's head. Does that mean I ought to take a poop on Race Lover's head? What do you guys think down below? Just because you can do something doesn't mean you ought to do something or that it's morally right to do something. All right, so at least Funny admits it here. Funny just says, Funny doesn't care about killing animals. Funny thinks it's morally totally cool to kill animals needlessly. That's it. What can you say to some of the things? Killing animals is totally cool. Totally fine. Okay, so people do want to see a poop on the Race Lover's head because I can do it. It's physically possible, you know? Killing animals needlessly is wrong and a crime against nature. Well, it depends what you're going to say needlessly. Like I said, if you're like a plane crash, you might eat your fellow human survivors, you know, in a survival situation. But we're talking non-survival situations again, Grimes Frank. It's absolutely needless to consume animals. As long as you live, you know, where you can access food, you're not trapped in a desert or, you know, you live in civilization, you have access to food. Yeah, it's absolutely needless in situations like that to consume animals. Would you agree with that proposition, Grimes Frank? As long as you are in civilization, you have some money, you have access to stores, it's needless to consume animals. Yes or no on that one, Grimes? Hey, Avi Shi, thank you. So where are you from there, Avi? I don't even recognize that denomination. But thank you so much for your super chat tip there, Avi. Love your channel. Your logic and critical thinking game is on fire. Thank you. This is fun. That's why I enjoy these live streams, Avi. Thanks so much. That's where we get to explore vegan ideas and wash them through the critical thinking wash machine. What do you mean it's needless for me? Can you go to a supermarket, Grimes? I mean, you can have people there shoot the animals for you and package it in little plastic boxes and, you know, sell it to you. Just like people can go harvest potatoes in Idaho, ship it to California, and I buy it at the supermarket. It's like you're out there, we're all out there producing our own food. I'm saying if you have access just to a supermarket, Grimes, you have the choice to buy dead animals needlessly or consume plants and not participate in animal agriculture deaths. So, I mean, yeah, people are harvesting the potatoes for me, but just like people are harvesting the you know, your eggs and dairy and the, you know, wrapped up chicken and cow bits for you too. Okay, so this is your argument, Grimes. So you're saying meat is morally okay for you because you produce all your food. You kill every dead animal bit you have. And I bet you don't. I bet you go to restaurants too and you eat at those restaurants their meat that you didn't harvest, right? So I don't believe on that. I don't believe you. That you produce all your own food that you eat. If so, tip my hat, but I just don't believe you. The thing is, again, you don't have to produce your own food. There's nothing, veganism says nothing. Again, let's look at the definition of veganism. We're getting way off track here. Veganism says nothing to do about he who produces his own food is the most moral person on the planet or something like that. No, it's just a philosophy, a way of living which seeks to not exploit animals and killing animals, not harming or exploiting animals. Right here, exploitation of and cruelty to animals. So killing an animal is cruel, and you're exploiting it too because you're using it to eat and get other product bits off of there. So you raise poultry. So you mean to tell us that you, Grimes, that you eat, like you're a poultryitarian, that you eat exclusively like meat from chickens and ducks and stuff? That's all you eat? You're a poultryitarian? And somehow that's more ethical because you do it yourself? Is that what you're saying? Because again, veganism doesn't care who produces the food. Again, let's look at the definition. It says nothing about he who produces his own food. It's about exploiting animals. So explain to me. You sound like the BBC. The article I just responded to, that interview with Earthling. The BBC seemed to be claiming if you kill someone really close to you, like you grew the animal yourself, you fed it yourself and killed it, that's ethical as opposed to like paying a guy 1,000 miles away or 100 miles away to kill their animal. I mean, either way, animals die. It doesn't matter. Like the human, let's say I shot a guy right next to me. How is that any better than if I had a long range missile and I could shoot him from 1,000 miles away? How is that a more ethical death if I could kill him like right next to me? That makes no sense. Say you're doing it yourself, or okay, say your argument is that someone else does it. So I got on the phone with a race lover and said, hey, race lover, I know you're like 1,000 miles from me. Can you kill that guy right next to you so we can eat him? I can eat him and mail him to me in the mail, and I'll eat him next week. How is that less ethical than me just killing a guy right next to me? It's the same thing. A guy has to die. You accept the death, of course, because you're going to eat it and exploit it and make money off of it because you're raising it, and it sounds like. The animal doesn't accept the death. You never ask the animal, hey, are you cool with me killing you so I could like eat you and maybe make some money by selling your products on the marketplace? So again, you're playing God. You think, you're the arbiter of who gets to live and who gets to die in that sense. Like, I accept the death. Well, no one ever asked the animals if you're cool with killing them and eating them. No animal, let me put it like this. Animals
Portland.
and
Love
humans
your
have a
channel and
survival
MSG.
instinct. No sentient being wants to be eaten by someone else. Let me say that again. No sentient being wants to be eaten by someone else. Why do lots of vegans recreate meat? I don't recreate meat. I missed, oh wait, Kathleen just came through. Kathleen, I just saw your super chat thing come up a second later. Did you guys hear text to speech on that? I didn't. Let me know if you heard Kathleen's text to speech, because something's going on here. I wonder if my computer's muted. Let me see. I'm muted. That's what's going on. Vegan brain fog. My main monitor was muted there. I can't believe it took me an hour 43 to figure that one out. Kathleen, thanks for the super chat tip there. Greetings from Portland. Love our channel and message. Thank you, Kathleen. I'm glad you guys heard it. I didn't hear it because my brain is obviously vegan deteriorating. I didn't look to see if my video player might have been muted because I didn't turn mute on it at all. It just came up muted and I didn't think to check. So anyway, veganism is debunked, right? Ryan didn't know that his little speaker icon had been muted there. You're not hearing it, FOD dieting? That's weird. Huh. It's the weed, bro? No, it's just technology. That's why people say, hey, do you ever get high and do live streams? No, that'd be the worst thing. There's so much technology going on right now. There's no way I could be high and make sure everything's working right. I can't even be sober and make sure everything's working right. if I were to get high, I would get high later on, not during a live stream where I'm responsible. I'm doing this by myself. If I had a team of people working all the crap for me, maybe so. I'd think about it. He smoked weed. I smoke weed too, but yeah, definitely not live or anything like that or before I go on. He can't give you a good reason that killing an animal is immoral. Really. So an animal has no rights, is what you're saying. Animals have zero rights. So I could go and kill your dog, right? You'd be totally cool with that. It's not immoral. I could go and kill your dog, or does your brother or mom have a dog? I can go there and kill that dog or cat or whatever you're saying. That's totally cool. And it wouldn't be weird. It wouldn't make the news or anything. Wow, a man just went and killed a dog. People, oh, that's cool. Yeah, no biggie. It's just a dog, right? You know, no one would trip on that. You know what I'm saying? We already know it's morally wrong to harm animals. People would be shocked. They go, wow, someone just like when you're on the street walking your dog, you know, like taking it out for a poop around the block, and you just went and shot its head off, and you know, you're supposed to be indifferent to that because it's not an immoral action. You know, killing animals is wrong. You're just saying that. You know, absolutely down. Unless you're sociopathic, Grimes. Maybe you are. Oh, so that's that it's property. So if say it wasn't your property. Say you're walking just a dog. I don't know how you had it. It would be cool if I just walked up and shot a random dog. What's the difference? Life's a life. It doesn't matter. Like, if you're alive, it doesn't. How does the property attribute really make a difference? You see, you're taking a creature's life either way. This has nothing to do with going to hell or anything like that. I don't know why you brought hell into this. But I'm just saying, you said it's wrong, but the only way you could justify me not killing your dog, how it would be wrong, is that if it's your property. So that's it. So as long as it has the attribute of property, then killing is off limits. But if the animal has no property attachment to it, it's like a free animal, then kill it all you want. That's what you're saying. That's the only difference between killing a dog and, like, say, whatever, any other animal, is that the dog is property. Oh, I hear it finally. Renee, I can hear the super chat tip now, Renee Juarez. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks to me and Angie.
What up, Ryan and Angie? You guys are some of my favorite vegans.
Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. It's good to hear that. So yeah, the question for Grimes is, why not just grow your own plants and eat them? Why take the life of an innocent animal, which may or may not be anyone's property? Either way, it doesn't matter whether it's someone's property or not. It's still a sentient being. It doesn't want to die, just like your dog doesn't want to die. An animal you shoot out, and, you know, in the wild doesn't want to die as well. It's funny how you're attaching a morality to shooting a pet, but you're totally fine with shooting an animal in the wild. And the only distinction you can make between the two is that of property. Well, I grow plants too, Grimes, and guess what? I don't use chicken products to grow my plants. In fact, I talk to many of my farmers at my farmers market who don't use animal inputs for their plants too. So you don't have to use chicken bits for your plants. Just saying. But I'm saying, we've given too much time to Grimes here. What do you think? I feel like he's doing a Matthew Kim on us and trying to, like, not hog up, but just monopolize too much of our time. Just basically, Grimes is cool with killing a deer out in the wild, but says don't shoot his dog, though. Don't shoot his dog. Okay, what if I shoot someone else's dog? I mean, still, there's no difference. Dogs and deers are identical in that they are sentient beings. They're mammals. They want to live. They want to go home and see their fellow animals that they might live with, their family. Then they don't think, you know, wouldn't it be great if I died so that one of these weirdo humans would eat me today? They don't want to do that. They want to live just like I do, just like Grimes wants to, like your dogs want to. All animals want to continue living and not be eaten by another creature. Cool, Grimes. Veganism is not he who knows more about soil fertility or anything like that. It's about taking a stand against the immorality of killing and exploiting animals. And you say you're totally cool with exploiting and killing animals, as long as they're not as long as they're in the wild, if there's someone's property. But then here's the deal, Grimes. If you think property is what separates the morality of a dog and an animal in the wild, most people don't eat animals from the wild. We'll say the thing is, Grimes, you raise chickens. You don't even go out and hunt animals in the wild. So those chickens are your property. Am I wrong or right there, Grimes? The chickens that you kill, they are your property. Yes or no? Okay, let's hear what he says about that. We're going to stop the live stream. We're just going to wait for him to answer that one because we found a huge contradiction in his thinking. So Grimes, tell me, these chickens that you raise, you said you're a chicken farmer or something like that. These chickens are your property, right? Uh-oh, Matthew. We're not going to talk to Matthew much tonight. Hey, Matthew, but yeah, I told my live stream followers, we devoted too much time to you the past live streams. You're welcome to watch. You can ask a few questions, but I can't guarantee we're going to really follow your trains of thought along. So let's wait for Grimes. No, you're talking about your chickens though, how you raise chickens. Can someone scroll back? Did Grimes not say that he raises chickens or something like that? Yes or no? Do you guys remember Grimes saying that he's like some kind of chicken farmer or something like that? Yes or no? And Grimes, tell me, yes. Okay, you're all right. Okay, so the chickens are your property. So you just told me a second ago the reason why I can't shoot your dog, well, how that would be a horrific, barbaric act, what makes that different is because the dog's your property. Well, the chickens are your property too. So by your own logic, the only moral distinction between the dog and the cat killing was the dog being your property. The chickens are your property too. So by your own reasoning, it would be horrific, wrong, immoral to shoot the chicken or the dogs because they're both your property. Yeah, Grimes, you said the chickens are your property and you said the dogs are your property. I said, why can't I walk up and shoot your dog? What would be wrong? Like, what would be wrong with someone just shooting your dog? You said it's because it's your property. So let's say, but then you said, but then I could shoot your chicken. Like why? But the chicken's your property too. If it's wrong to shoot your dog because it's your property, it should be equally wrong to shoot the chicken because it's your property. Do you not see the logical problem there? My property justification for that they gave doesn't hold logical water. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. You don't want me to. You don't want me to shoot your dog or your chicken. I understand that. But you said the reason why it's okay to kill non-pets is because those non-pets, because the pets are your property. Well, the chickens are your property too. Okay, Grimes. So according to your logic there, if I killed your dog at the right time that I see fit, because I'm going to make the determination, then it's cool to kill your dog as long as I kill it at a very what's the word, optimized time, a very fortuitous time. Is that what you're saying? As long as we have the timing down really well, it's okay to kill an animal. That's what you're saying here, basically. You kill it at the right time. So we kill your dog at the best time so we can maximize utilizing its meat, utilizing its fur, utilizing its nails, so those can go to people that are going to build things. As long as we can shoot the dog at the most optimal time, then it's morally okay. Okay, let's say it's not your dog then. Let's just say just a dog. As long as I say it's my dog, for instance. So as long as it's an opportune time where the dog's body can be optimized in the most efficient way, then you're going to give the thumbs up and say, yes, Ryan, that's justifiably an okay action. You give the moral thumbs up that's at least you're saying it's not an immoral act to kill a dog as long as you kill it at the most opportune, efficient time. Is that what I'm getting? Forget it, that is your dog. Just say it's my dog or a friend's dog. Just a dog. Say I go on the street and I find a dog. There's a stray dog out there somewhere. Say I find a stray dog. And as long as I find a great time to kill it where I know the meat's going to go to a charity, the fur is going to go to a charity, as long as I can most effectively distribute its assets to people to utilize, you'll give me the thumbs up on that? I can do. So you'll say, yes, that is good. You'll say you're not going to say, wow, that guy is so weird. He went out and shot a dog and distributed all its body parts out to different organizations. You're giving me the thumbs up. Do I understand that, Grimes? So you hear that. So Grimes is totally cool. Grimes is totally fine. Okay, shoot a dog. Totally cool. No moral problem with it. As long as it's not his dog, because he has emotional attachment to it. As long as it's someone else's dog that he has no emotional bond or connection with, then it's totally cool. Just like, going out and picking a banana off a tree to eat it. You can just shoot a dog off the street, eat it. He's not going to have any like, wow, that guy's freaking weird or sociopathic. Okay, that's where Grimes is at. Well, I'm glad to know that you don't shoot dogs, but you're saying you would give me a moral blessing. You wouldn't say, wow, that Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan, he's kind of a sociopathic nut. He shot a dog that he found in the street just because he could. You'd be totally cool with that. You wouldn't have any moral misgivings about that. Okay, so now we know where Grimes stands. He thinks it's totally fine to shoot a dog as long as I do it in a way where I can maybe most effectively distribute its body parts out to society. Then he gives the thumbs up. Yeah, Ryan did a good job there. Okay, there's no arguing with Grimes here, Grimes. I don't know more to say. If you think it's totally cool to shoot a dog, as long as I do it in a cool way, I'm a good person. I shouldn't go to jail. I shouldn't be put on the news and made fun of, lawsuits or anything like that. I'm totally cool. You give me a high five. Well, you just said is you kill the chickens at the most optimal time. So I'm going, okay, if I kill a dog at the most optimal time, because there's hungry people, there's homeless people, they might be able to get a meal rather than starve. They're cold out in the wintertime. They might be able to use some of the dog fur to keep themselves warm. And these are the reasons you're giving me here. As long as you could effectively distribute the chicken bits to your friends and customers, that gives you the okay. That's what you're saying. Because if I can distribute the dog bits to people, it's okay. Anyway, it's going to move on from Grimes. We gave him enough time there, and now we know that as long as the killing of the dog is done in a very efficient, effective way, totally cool. Thumbs up, high five. I'm like, God bless you there, Ryan, killing that dog. Well, I'm glad you're not a fan of killing dogs, but you just said it would be okay. Ina, no, my family is not vegan. I've tried. No one's really listened to me and my family. No, Marcelo, where would I find this documentary at? I have not seen that. Funny. You're talking about people that have no access to markets because there was no way to buy stuff back then. Funny. Who cares what our ancestors did? Funny. Do you poop in a hole? That's what our ancestors did, right? Like 99.9% of human population, and going back into history, have never had plumbing to poop in. So if you want to say, plumbing's unnatural, we should just all poop in holes. It's funny how you'll pick and choose what our ancestors did or didn't do. You're on a computer. Our ancestors never had digital technology or anything like that. But the thing is, my whole point is we don't live like that anymore. We have plumbing. We have computers. We have access to supermarkets. We have access to information, which shows us that completely 100% plant-based diets are nutritionally adequate. So who cares if I had an ancestor that pooped in a hole? I don't want to be like a freaking caveman. I want to live like a super person in the 2000s. And no one's ancestors ate mostly meat, Ace. Yeah, it's just a myth. A meat is a scarcity. Meat is hard to come by. They didn't have, if you're going back far enough, there wasn't animal agriculture, husbandry. It's hunting, scarcity, unpredictability. Hunter-gatherers, or a lot of gathering. People forget hunter-gatherers did a shitload of gathering. So it's a fantasy that they lived in this paradise of endless meat or something like that. It doesn't work out like that. Grimes, I can't give you an exact date when that happened, but it's no longer necessary. You don't need to go out and hunt and gather in order to survive. You can just go out on the market. You can go to a store. I mean, you don't have to chase buffalo. You don't have to follow elk across the tundra or whatever like that. Unless that's where you live and there's no other options. You don't have a market anywhere near you. And I don't think you're in that category. Yeah, Anthony, why don't these meat eaters go and bug Joe Rogan for taking way more supplements? I made a video comparing how few supplements I take compared to Joe Rogan. He's the one saying, oh, if you're a vegan, you got to do it very, very, very carefully because you're going to be deficient in all these things. And if you're not taking the supplements to correct the nutritional deficiencies that vegan diets are inherently flawed with, you're going to be really sick. Then we saw all the crap that Joe Rogan takes. I made a video about that. In fact, let's pull that up really quickly here. Well, I've made a lot of videos about Joe Rogan. Oh my goodness. Wow, I didn't find that video. Oh, here it is. The second one. Duh, vegan brain fog there. Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So if you've ever seen Joe Rogan on his podcast go off about veganism, you know he's not a big fan. He thinks the diet is inherently nutritionally inadequate. You got to take a bunch of supplements to make it work because meat has all these great nutrients that veggies don't have. And if you don't believe me, I mean, I'm just not making a straw man out of Joe. Let's look at this most recent video that I made a response to about Andrew Yang's position on vegetarianism.
Yeah, you know, and even that Andrew Yang guy, like talking about getting people to stop eating meat, like that. Hey, no.
Yeah,
no,
come on.
Stop. You can't.
All right.
I think there's a lot of people that would argue against that. I think if he sat down with those people and had a debate, I don't think he'd do well. You know,
Yeah.
I think if someone who could explain the nutrition like really explain, based on like a Chris Kresser guy.
So Joe puts his complete faith in someone like... Okay, so anyway, I'll put the link down below if you guys want to watch the rest of this video where Joe Rogan details the enormous, crazy amount of supplements and vitamins he takes as a meat eater, getting this nutritious meat eating diet. Yet he takes all these supplements, way more than I've ever taken ever. And thank you, Uncle Walt. Yeah, Joe Rogan, that's not it for Joe. He doesn't get a free pass on anything. Let's call him out on more crap here tonight. Here, who's got more testosterone?
Lack
Joe
of
Rogan?
saturated fat and
Or a 10-year
cholesterol, dietary cholesterol and saturated fat leads to hormonal imbalances, leads to your body having a harder time producing sex hormones.
Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy. So who do you think's got more testosterone? We're both the same age, me and Joe Rogan, born the same year. A 10-year vegan or the big, strong, toxic male Joe Rogan? Me by a freaking long shot again. So, yeah, let's paste that link. If you want to watch the testosterone video, there it is down there. Yeah, I'm with you, Kathleen. I don't know why Joe Rogan's like the most popular podcaster in the world. He just spouts... I've been calling him out for years, spouting misinformation nonsense about vegan diets. Complete liar, basically. And he's just gotten worse and worse over time. I don't know why people... I think they fantasize. Oh, look at Joe. He's this weird, bald, rough-looking guy. He personifies toxic masculinity. And all these young, insecure dudes, I think, want to be like that, you know? They don't realize... He's faking it. He's got low testosterone levels. He takes all these drugs and supplements, and I have naturally high testosterone levels, and yet I don't have to overcompensate. I'm already totally hardcore, you know, high levels of testosterone. I don't need to pretend, oh, I'm a tough guy. I need guys to think I'm tough, you know. No, I just am what I am. I don't have to fake it or anything like that. You know, unlike these dudes that are overcompensating like Joe Rogan. Hey, yeah, who's complaining about vegans taking supplements? Joe Rogan pumps himself up with way more drugs and supplements than I've ever dreamed of as a vegan. He gets a free pass. Why does Joe Rogan get a freaking free pass? And if a vegan takes a B12 supplement, it's like, oh my God, vegan diet is a complete fail. How come Joe Rogan gets a free pass? Like Vin VD made a video about my hair being thinner now than it was in the 1990s. Like Joe Rogan, again, he's bald. He's the same age as me. How come Joe Rogan gets a free pass for being bald in age 50 when she made the video, and I didn't get a free pass? Like, what's the deal? You know, how come Joe Rogan gets a free pass at everything? He gets a free pass at being stupid, you know? How come I don't get a free pass for being stupid? That's a good one, Peter 3-0. Funny. Again, we're not talking about good or bad. We're not saying meat has no nutrients. It's not like eating meat is like biting into plastic or cardboard. The thing is, it's unnecessary. You can get all the nutrients you need from eating plants. So yeah, great. Your ancestors ate some meat, and guess what, funny? Your ancestors probably got way more of their nutrition from plants. So I'm going, why try to justify, well, my ancestors ate meat, so yeah, ancestors ate plants too. Not like your ancestors were carnivore dieters or some fantasy like that. It's ridiculous. Your ancestors ate way more plants. Anyway, like I said, you don't have to, even if your ancestors were strangely somehow carnivore dieters, which didn't happen, let's say they were, you don't have to be anymore. You can go to a supermarket and buy all plants if you want, and be nutritionally sound like I am. So that argument falls apart completely there. Matthew, Kim, what are you doing, man? I see you fighting with my audience again, Matthew. What is going on, Matthew? Please, you know, if you want to talk to me, Matthew, do it, but please don't attack my crowd here. Yeah, Graham, who gives a crap what our ancestors did? Like I said, our ancestors pooped in holes. Who cares? Hey, GH11ish, thank you for the super chat tip there. High five for the $5 there. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, Graven, who cares what our ancestors did? Our ancestors, like, you know, if you look in Paleolithic history, ancestry, they lived like to be 30 years old, average lifespan. I'm way older than that. I want to do better than a 30-year lifespan. I want to live to be a freaking 100 years. You didn't see people 10,000 years ago lived to be 100 years as far as we know right now. Maybe it happened once in a while, but, you know, it wasn't that common. I don't want to poop in holes for the rest of my life. I like plumbing. You know, I like going to the supermarket and buying plants, going to my farmer's market and buying plants. I'm glad I don't have to move around with the seasons to follow the herds or the plants and nature or stuff like that. I'm going to do better than a caveman. Oh, Groundhog 11ish. Yeah, GH 11ish. I see you there. I didn't make the connection there for a second. Thank you so much. I've been on for 2 hours now. I'm starting to have some vegan brain frog. My supermarkets are destroying the land. There we go. Another misconception there. Let's go, since I have the facts page open here, let's see what's really destroying the land here. If we're talking about land use here, animal agriculture, again, is responsible for 91% of the Amazon rainforest destruction. You know what that is going to, that 91%? It's either going to, they're clear cutting Amazon forest, either plant feedstocks for cows, for cattle, or just to have the cattle graze on the land. Either way, 90% of the Amazon rainforest destruction is to support cattle, either grazing directly or food crops for them. So no, my supermarkets are not destroying the world here. And if you want to talk about just land use, let's show you some stats on this here. Land, livestock, or livestock feed, like we were just talking about in the Amazon rainforest. This isn't just an Amazon problem, occupies 1/3 of the Earth's ice-free land. This is to support your freaking animals. Maybe not the ones you eat, but the ones that 99.9% of humanity eats, the ones that buy food through, like, you know, markets as opposed to a buddy or something like that. 1/3 of the Earth's ice-free land is for animals. We're not even talking about any food yet for humans. We haven't accounted for one speck of food for humans. 1/3 already. So no. Animal agriculture, leading cause of species extinction, ocean dead zones. Animal agriculture, not, you know, growing potatoes for humans or avocados for humans. No, so you're simply wrong. Again, these are like non-controversial sources here, like the FAO. Again, the FAO is the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. This is their findings here. These aren't mine. These are safe, conservative facts. So no, buying potatoes and steamed broccoli, I mean, broccoli is not destroying the planet. Animal agriculture is destroying the planet. Again, you're just pooping. You guys just keep pooping, throwing stuff in walls. No, eating all that tofu and eating all that whatever, pasta and beans and rice. That's destroying the planet. You're just throwing it on. No, it's devoting 1/3 of our ice-free land to animal agriculture that's destroying the planet. There's just simply not enough Earths to support what you guys need to produce all these animal products. Nothing is destroying the planet. So you think destroying the Amazon forest is going to be fine for planet Earth? We could keep removing it this rapid rate that's happening right now due to animal agriculture, and the Earth's going to just be totally cool, right? You think that? Ace, you're a woman here and you definitely like Ryan. Are you talking like compared to Joe Rogan? Is that what you're talking about, Ace? I mean, I would like to think I'm a little sexier than Joe Rogan. Wouldn't you think? Anyway. Brian, are you the guy I've been talking to all day? I mean, all we're doing is moving the goalposts. You're just pooping and throwing it on the wall. Every point you brought up, I have shown you actual science, like United Nations reports. And I've got you to agree that you're cool with me shooting a dog as long as it isn't yours, as long as I efficiently use the parts. Like, I don't even know who you are. So, no, I typically like to debate people who we know who they are. Like, I follow them on Twitter. They say crazy stuff. So no, I typically don't invite, to me, and not to say it's in a demeaning way, just kind of random people. No, you're advocating for growing your own chickens and as your own property and killing them, and I could kill dogs as long as they're not yours. So yeah, make a video. That's totally cool. If I debated every person that came on my live stream and thrown poop on the wall and see what sticks, that's all I do. I would not be able to do anything else in life other than debate people. Because, yeah, I don't know how often you come on. This happens every week without fail. Anti-vegan comes on. Okay, let's say something about crop deaths, and we talk about that. Let's say something about the Amazon rainforest or something. They throw that and we debunk that. Let's say something about morals and ethics, and we go through that. It's just no. I don't have. This is a weekly occurrence. Oh, someone's questioning my sources there. You're not being truthful. That webpage you're splashing is from Cowspiracy. Yeah, I refer to it because it's a link. It's a list of bookmarks to studies put out, like, say, by, let's look at here, the United Nations. That's what the FAO is, the Farming Agriculture Organization. So who cares if it's on the Cowspiracy page? I could put it on my own website. I could just pull the link directly. It doesn't matter if this link lives on a Cowspiracy page. So you could just totally, if you want to, say Cowspiracy is the worst documentary ever made. Just say that, okay? Just say you don't trust it. It's propaganda, blah, 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 whatever. Let's just say I agree with you on that, which I don't. But let's say I do. It doesn't matter because these are data from governmental organizations, scientific research typically. So, debunk that. Don't debunk Cowspiracy. It's not like Kip and Keegan, is that their names, are scientific scholars or something like that. No, these are just resources that they utilized in putting together their documentary. And so when anti-vegan nuts like you guys come on and try to debunk the movie and say all these things that they're saying are lies, no, they're not making this crap up. This is what, like, the United Nations and other organizations are saying. So please don't attack Cowspiracy because that's irrelevant. We could put it on any other website and it wouldn't change the fact that these studies exist and they're put out by the same people that are purported to put them out. So no, that's a ridiculous thing to say. Don't attack Cowspiracy. They had nothing to do with this. It's just I use it as a bookmark so I can get to those links really quickly. Wheelie Wheelie, I'm just saying, if the United Nations Farming and Agriculture Organization puts out a study, you better bet your ass it's well researched, and they're putting out non-radical conclusions. If the conclusion seems radical, you're going to bet your ass to have extremely solid evidence to support that, because the United Nations goal is to become like Sean Baker, see all this crazy trolling stuff and try to get a following on social media or anything. No, they're putting out objectively sound information to help drive policy and change people's opinions so we don't kill ourselves. So anyway, yeah, so yeah. Oh yeah, let's continue on. Yeah, I just laugh when people, so you got that off Cowspiracy. No, it's a link to studies that Cowspiracy is linking to. You can't attack the linker. Anyway, hey Gomez, you gotta go. I gotta get going soon too. And it's already 8 o'clock here. I've been on 2 hours and 15 minutes. So Marcel, if you want to send me any links, you can send me a let me send you to our website. Here's a link to happyhealthyvegan.org, and there's a contact page, and yeah, just send us a message there. Or you might want to try maybe my Twitter. Let me put, if you guys use Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I post there pretty much every day, mainly vegan related issues, but not exclusively, but mainly vegan stuff. Sometimes music, sometimes health, whatever. But yeah, check it out down there, twitter.com, Ryan Lum. But anyway, yeah, you can try to message me off either. But yeah, follow me on Twitter, guys. I've gotten pretty excited about Twitter in the past year or so. Wheelie Wheelie studies distributed for your consumption. Hey, these are, so you're saying you don't trust science. I mean, I'd rather trust science than not trust science, especially if these studies are put out by reputable organizations, ones that don't like fudge the numbers, ones that don't exaggerate to get like clicks or something like that. That's not what the United Nations is into, is promoting their social media or something like that. Organizations like the UN tend to be pretty dry and boring with their statements and conclusions. So it's not like radical weirdos here or anything like that. If you wanted to trust the FAO of the United Nations, have at it. That's your prerogative and free choice. Well, I'm in the media, Wheelie Wheelie, so I must be mumbo jumbo too. I'm here on using major YouTube platform owned by Google, one of the largest corporations ever to exist on this planet, one of the most powerful media companies on the planet. So I must be mumbo jumbo too. And the United Nations is not a media company. I'm more of a media company than the United Nations, to put honestly. That is not their business to be a media company. Oh, wee wheelie. So you're a flat earther. You don't trust the United Nations, so you don't want to believe what they're saying about animal agriculture being the most destructive force on the planet. So you can continue living your life, and you don't trust NASA because you somehow think the Earth is like a flat pancake and we can all walk off the edge somehow and fall off or something like that. Sure, if you want to live in a world of like make-believe and leprechauns and unicorns and whatever, cool, awesome, more power to you. I'm sure it makes life way more exciting than living on a round earth without leprechauns and unicorns. Yeah, it's all a TV show. NASA, I hate to break it to you, flat earther, but NASA's not the only organization or entity that's been in outer space. You're seeing that everyone from like North Korea to India to Israel to China to Elon Musk and Jeff, they've all gotten together in cahoots. They're all in a big lie. Even though they can't agree on anything, they're all in a big lie that they can put satellites in orbit and go into outer space. It's all a big conspiracy. Yeah, cool. I'm glad you believe that. Congratulations. Yeah, race letter. I agree. Have everyone should have their a degree of skepticism. I believe that, but there's a sweet spot. Too much, and you start believing in wacky, crazy stuff like drinking urine and the Earth is round and stuff like that. No skepticism, and then you could believe anything too. I mean, it's just there's a sweet spot. There's an appropriate amount to have. Too much or too little is a vice or virtue. I mean, on either end are vices. Right in the middle, it's the virtue. A healthy amount of skepticism. I agree, Race. Ace, what is your question, Big Papa? Be cool about the pee drinking, Fu Manpu? No, I'm not going to be cool about the pee drinking. Like I said, if you're a gullible person like Tim Sheaf, you believe in all this crap. Look at all the crazy stuff Tim was into. He's into drinking urine. He was into staring into the sun because he heard all his karmic woo-woo comes in through your eyelids and stuff like that. Just wacky stuff like that. That's too much. Not having any skepticism. That's the vice I was talking about. There's a nice healthy ground to have in the middle, which I think, I'm kind of in there somewhere. Wheelie, I didn't come online tonight to have a flat earther be a dick to me. So, let's see. Bye. Asta, flat earther. Go live on your non-spinning thing, blah, blah, blah. This is a vegan channel. I didn't come here to have some flat earther give me a bunch of shit, okay? We're going to talk about veganism. Yes, I'm drinking the world's largest tub of mustard here, Humphrey. Okay, Ace, your question. Do I have any thoughts about the vegans wanting to change idioms with animals in them? Kill two birds with one stone. Okay, to something and without animals in them. I didn't know there were vegans that have had strong public opinions on this matter. I will catch myself if I'm having a conversation with someone. I see myself pulling out one of those idioms to use. I go, wait, no, that one's wrong. Let's not use that, or let's change it to something similar but different. So yeah, I wouldn't think if someone did that unintentionally, use one of these animal killing idioms. I wouldn't think that they're a bad person or not a real vegan or anything like that. But yeah, I would personally not try to use them because it makes it sound like I'm okay with the concept of hitting two birds with one stone or something like that, which, just you don't want to give any kind of permission, whether it's like explicit or implicit, about harming or cruelty to animals. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to make an official video about it or anything like that. Just, yeah, in common parlance, just try to catch yourself and not use them. Thank you, AJ. Asta Flat Earther. Did I say Asta? Oh, Race. Yeah, I love sunsets. I mean, I don't know if you watch you saw our last vlog. That's what we did on that hot day last week on Tuesday. It was an 80-degree day. I'm going to watch a freaking sunset. So, but I'm not there to sun gaze per se. Like, sun gaze is a very specific activity, a way of looking at the sun. So I'm there to watch a sunset, the totality of everything, the sky, the ocean, water, the birds, the waves, the smell, the clean ocean air, the whole thing. Yeah. But yeah, part of it is looking out into the sky. But yeah, I don't want to stare at the sun too long. Feed two birds with one scone. That's a good twist on it, Race. Feed two birds with one scone. I like that. I'm going to try to remember that. Eat two broccoli with one mouth. Good one too, Uncle Wallet there. Yeah, good ones, guys. See, yeah, just change them. And then the people think you're kind of cute and funny when you say stuff like that. Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So Ace, you asked because someone went after you on Twitter over for not being a quote real vegan. Yeah, I said they shouldn't attack you. That's being a dick. I hate these people that think, oh, because I'm vegan, it gives me free license to be a dick to anyone I want to. That's not right. That's not justifiable. They could have asked you nicely instead of being a dick about it or something like that, or at least point it out in a non-confrontational way if they must. But I mean, that's, whatevs. If they think that's going to really, change you or something like that, make you a better vegan or something like that, whatevs, Oh, we just sold something there. Lydia. I see Lydia. I know your name, Lydia. Aren't you here in the live stream right now? Lydia just bought $24.90. What'd you get for $24.90? Did you get one of the books for $24? I'm not sure how you got it down to that price. Anyway, good job, Lydia. If you're watching, Lydia, thanks for getting one item. I can't see exactly what that item is right now. I just got a notification on my watch there. That's how high tech I am, guys. So if you buy something, I hear about it right away. And then I'm the one. I just went to the post office yesterday, took a few books down for you guys. Someone just bought a couple t-shirts. As soon as I got home, someone bought a couple t-shirts. So anyway, I'm the one that handles all the e-commerce. Me and Angie, but yeah, I'm the primary e-commerce person here. But thank you, Lydia. Wow, I wonder if race liver is English, but he stays up all night. That'd be really weird. Poop turds on one throne. Okay, American vegan. That's what I was guessing. No more bear hugs. See, I haven't even thought through all the idioms yet, to be honest with you. Yeah, to me, that's a minor problem. I mean, it's something to think about, keep in the back of your mind, but yeah, you shouldn't be an activist on changing the idioms. There's more important ways to be a vegan activist. More, important behaviors to draw people's attention towards, like the behavior of eating meat every day, eating dairy and eggs every day. Wow, someone's mad at you for buying Charmin because it had bears on the commercial? How is that animal exploitation? They're digitized drawings. It's like watching a Pixar film with animals or something like that. They're not real. Like what? I don't get that. ZZ Captain, you like my shirt and my guitars? Yeah, I have a few guitars around here. That's just the only one you could see. I have a wall with those two, but I have another wall here with guitars in racks. But anyway, how do I know I'm healthy? Because my doctors have told me so after looking at my blood test. If you want, I'll send you a link right now to my blood test videos. Let's get back to that. Here, if you want to watch my blood test videos, here is a link you can click on and watch them at your leisure once I'm done with this live stream, which will be pretty soon. And I've been getting my blood tested for years now. So it's not like one test. When I've been vegan, I've been getting it tested the whole time. My doctors are always really positive and upbeat considering my age and everything. And I have pretty good athleticism too. If you want, I already showed people earlier today some of my athletic prowess in photos and videos. But yeah, every objective measure that I can have access to indicates I'm not falling apart or dying yet. Blood tests don't count. How am I smarter than my doctor? What do you mean? Where did I say I'm smarter than my doctor? I said my doctors, after examining my body and going over my blood tests, I've all said, yeah, you are very healthy. You're doing really well. Most people my age in their 50s are on multiple pharmaceutical prescription drugs to treat their health ailments. I'm on 0. So if I, are so unhealthy, why am I on 0? I have great blood tests. So where did I say I'm smarter than my doctors? Where did that come from? Are you making crap up? Are you trolling me? Veganic farmers. I made videos on veganic farmers early on in my YouTube career when I was focusing more on that kind of stuff. I'm having trouble 5, 6, 7 years later recalling the names of these farmers. If you guys want to help me out down there, if you guys are more into that aspect of veganism, I've moved on my efforts to other than farming issues. That's the last thing I do with my life now. I don't really pride myself as I grow my own food type anymore. I was more into that when we started our channel. I'm trying to think of this one guy in Northern California I made a few videos about, and I can't think of their name anymore. It's been a long time. I can find it for you. Maybe next week I'll dig it up for you, but I'm not going to go search for it right now. Oh, Bite Size Vegan. Pal One. I haven't watched that. You're talking about old videos of hers, right? Because I haven't seen any content of hers. Organic Silver Moon. You just bought our. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that was you that just bought that. Okay, just bought your CD. Love Spirals Future Pass. Couldn't get discount. Used. Huh. That's weird. I don't know what's going on with her. Just someone else said they had trouble with that too. Huh. I'll check it out. I'll see if the code is not working right. I thought I troubleshooted that earlier this week. Okay. Oh, well, maybe I can get in touch with you, send you a little discount or something like that. I got your email now. So Organic Silver Moon, that's you, Lydia, right? Who just ordered from our website. I was wondering how the total got to what. Oh, you know why? Maybe, you know what, the order. Oh, I know why you couldn't get the discount. The Veganuary discount is for all orders that are over $25 before tax, like all the, like say the books and t-shirts are all $25. So if anyone buys a book or t-shirt, yeah, and you apply the Veganuary coupon code, then you save $5. But yeah, the CDs are way less than $25. So if you'd bought something else, like, you know, another CD or something else, that's why you didn't get a discount there. Yeah, you're just a couple bucks shy. Yeah, shipping and tax don't count towards that. Oh, so ZZ Captain's not. My blood tests are not enough. Now he's demanding I do a hair analysis address. Like, why do I need to do that? Like, who else? What other YouTubers like put all these things up on there? Does Joe Rogan link to his blood test? Does he put a hair analysis? I guess he couldn't do a hair analysis on Joe Rogan. But why is it incumbent upon me to be the guy that goes through all this stuff to prove how healthy veganism? No, it's already my doctors. I told you the whole story. I'm healthy by every objective measure that I've done so far. I guess I could keep testing myself forever, but that's not why I'm vegan. I'm not vegan to achieve this perfect, optimal human health, or whatever that woo-woo concept is. I know vegan diets, appropriately planned vegan diets, are nutritionally adequate. That's, again, not my opinion. That's the opinion of the... God dang it, I can't... What's wrong with my keyboard? Here we go. That's the opinion of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Not my opinion. It's after reviewing the scientific literature. I'm vegan because of... Let me go back to the definition of veganism. This is why I'm vegan. It doesn't say anything about veganism means he or she who achieves the most optimal human health imaginable. It's the best diet in the universe or anything like that. No, it just says we're against harming and exploiting animals. And it just so happens you can have a really healthy vegan diet if you want to be. That's why I'm vegan. And I happen to be a very healthy person for age 54. Are there healthier 54-year-olds? I'm sure there are. I never said I was the healthiest person in the world. All I know is I'm very healthy. All my doctors are really happy with my blood tests, my body's composition. They're cool with that. So yeah, if you want to find someone who's trying to claim to be the healthiest person in the world, find them. That's not my trip. I don't give a crap about that. I just want to be sufficiently healthy. I want them to know. I want to know I'm doing fine. I'm not going to die from my vegan diet. And I could keep on living my life where I don't harm and exploit animals, continuing on a daily basis, unlike you other anti-vegan trolls out here. Good point, Ray Slever. The problem with free-range chickens is the magically disappearing roosters. What happens to them? And what happens to all the males that might get hatched on the free-range farms and stuff? Anyway. Yeah, I'm with you, Shannon. Even I would be vegan even if we're a little bit worse for my health, but lucky it isn't, I'm in it for the animals first, and it happens to be, it makes me very healthy as well. Angela, a lot of people need to take vitamin D. Yeah, mine's right on that borderline where I probably should. If you live in northern latitudes, like say above 34 degrees north or south latitude, you should be taking a B12 supplement. If you have darker pigment, darker than mine, you should probably be taking a B12 supplement. But again, I'm not a medical doctor. Speak to your doctor about these issues. Take some blood tests. I'm just giving you some general advice that you can kind of arm yourself like, maybe I should look into this more. Yeah, if you live in the tropics and you have light skin, you get tons of sun, you're probably cool, but get a blood test. Just don't assume you're getting great vitamin D just because you're in the sun all the time. You might have some other issues involved. Go see a doctor. Don't talk to some guy on YouTube. I'm that guy on YouTube. Don't take my advice. My advice is go to a doctor. Yeah, Jesse 12string takes a vitamin D supplement. You're way past 34 north latitude. You definitely got to take a B12 supplement. Vitamin D, especially in the winters. Not only is there fewer hours of daylight, there's tons of like cloudy days. You're not getting enough UV rays. So yeah, take a supplement. Race Lever Chat MD. Yeah, you can start that one, Race. Huh? That's funny how people come here with anti-vegans, like try to ask all these medical questions. I'm not a doctor. I go to doctors. I get my blood tests. They tell me what's going on. I listen to them, and I'm not here to impart medical doctor advice. I don't know, Maxine, why do people become so disingenuous when it comes to this topic of not exploiting and harming animals? I don't know why that is. Wow, AJ Vintage, it's that cold in your house right now? Is it really? I mean, I get freezing in my house. It's like, like in the low 60s or upper 50s. I'm like, wanting to move to Hawaii. Yeah, I heard about that, Jonah. Yeah, it's really sad. Yeah, he was 95. And I wasn't sure if he was vegan or vegetarian. Awesome. What kind of cookware do we use? I don't know. I don't think we have a few kind of high-end things that we got over the years, and some are gifts. I don't really know. Angie might be better to answer that one. We'll ask her next time she's on. Yeah, Australia. I was watching Australian Open today. It looks pretty warm down there right now. So it looks like one of those heat waves is getting started. Yeah, as far as possible and practicable. And I just want to say that veganism is not asking you to kill yourself in the name of veganism, like, some kind of honoring veganism to the point where you kill yourself needlessly. So yeah, if you need to take a medicine that was tested on an animal, yeah, we're against animal testing, but the FDA in our country requires it. And if you need that in order to not die, veganism to say, well, you should just die because you're going to be a cult follower. No, it's not like that at all. No, do what you got to do. Take a medicine, live. Yeah, of course. Veganism is not asking any human to sacrifice his or her life for some cult-like ideal. That's not what veganism is about. Yeah, and it's even hotter on the core too. I forgot, like 10 degrees, at least Fahrenheit. I'm not sure how it works in Celsius, but yeah, I used to play tennis a lot. I know how it gets really hot on the courts. Totally. Ace, you want to know my spirituality, huh? It's hard to say. I mean, I consider myself a Buddhist. In a certain sense. I mean, if someone put a gun in me, what's religion? Buddhism. It's, I've been to more Buddhist places of worship than ever, but I don't really need organized Buddhism religion to be a Buddhist. If you get down to it, it's kind of like veganism in a certain way. It's kind of a philosophy, some ideas and ways to live by, rather than, you don't really have deities. It's not like a theistic religion or something like that. It's very different. An Eastern religion like Buddhism is quite different from Western. It's almost like agnosticism a little bit, kind of. But yeah, Buddhism, I guess. I guess I consider myself a Buddhist. Yeah, veganism isn't martyrdom. It's not asking you to be a martyr or anything like that. Wow, Peter, you're 3 minutes behind live. Wow, I wonder how that happened. Maybe because I've been on so long tonight, huh? Yep, we got a lot of records back there, ZZ Captain. Yeah, we've been collecting since we were kids in the 70s. Yeah, Buddhism is called a religion, but if you're, from Western civilization and you have a concept of what religion is, Buddhism doesn't plug into that nicely. It's Eastern religions are like that. They're different. They have different concepts. George, yes, I do my live streams pretty much every Friday, starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which was, for you guys, I started 2.5 hours ago. Yeah, actually, I came on a little early because I had the pizza here earlier tonight. If you guys watched me chow down this big, well, at least half of it, Angie had the other half, this big pizza from Fourth Horseman in Long Beach. But yeah, every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, around 2.5 hours. So subscribe. So you get, hit the notification bell so you get notified. As soon as I come on, all you guys get your notifications. You guys start coming on in the first minute or two. So make sure you're one of them so you don't come in like an hour or two too late. I'm about to end the live stream. So yes, George, we do that. I have all sorts of music tastes, Ace. They go all over the place. I don't really follow genres per se. I just like good music that makes me feel something. And if it comes from a weird genre, I don't care as long as I'm feeling something. Peter, it's because Peter 3.0, your computer sounds like it might be protein deficient, huh? Buddhism, you guys can say all you want about it. You really don't need to have organized Buddhist religion. Buddha didn't have Buddhist temples. Buddha didn't have Buddhist teachers and Buddha this and Buddha that. It was a personal psychological evolution, a philosophical psychological evolution of how to have certain thoughts, certain actions that produce a higher state of mind or something like that. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but yeah, you don't need to go worship and do all this ritual. You can. I'm not knocking that. I mean, that's totally cool. I want to travel through Asia and see some Buddhist temples. Don't get me wrong. I would love to do that at some point in the future. And I'm sure some of you guys already have and have had that experience. I want to do that too. But I'm saying Buddhism, you just look at the life of Buddha. That's what I really look at. Look at what Buddha did. And that's all you really need to do. Buddha got to where he did without any teachers or temples. Yeah, Buddhism is a philosophy, a psychology, and a way of living. Like I said, certain speech, certain actions, certain thoughts, certain way of looking at the world. That's one way to look at it. It gives you a certain way to kind of look at the world, certain kind of viewpoint, a certain lens, and in a way that helps you to not become a dick like Joe Rogan. Like that, That's why more me, I'm Buddha's. Good night, Organic Silver Moon Designs. Thanks for the generous super chat tip there, and thank you for that was you bought the CD too. So I will get that out to you. Today's Friday. I'll take it out to the post office early next week, Monday, Tuesday, something like that, and get it out to you. So thank you. Let's see, Peter 3.0, you're closest to Buddhist yourself, but you don't believe in God because Buddha is not a god. Buddha is not a deity. He wasn't immortal or anything like that. I said it's missing that kind of theistic element that's in like Western religions. Yeah. So anyway, maybe now's a good time to go, huh? I've been on 2 hours and almost 45 minutes, guys. I know race lovers go on, man. Real Vegans live stream for like 3 hours, man. Do it, bro. But no, I'm tired. So I've been a little congested this week, just kind of chilling out a little bit. So I want to just not push too hard, make sure I don't totally thrash my voice or anything like that, and make sure I have some energy to make some videos for you guys next week. That's why I just kind of took it easy this week. Anyway, I want to thank everyone for joining me. All my regular viewers, any new viewers, remember, I said every Friday night, just hit subscribe, get ready. Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll be here doing my thing. And I'm going to thank all our moderators, Race Lover, Peter C, and Uncle Walt. Thank you so much for helping me out and keeping the live stream, as, calm and non-combative as possible. And yes, Johnny Legs, thank you for this last second super chat tip there. I agree with you. 30s porn music, underrated genre. Yeah, that 30s porn, huh? That's just so, just joking. But thank you so much, Johnny Legs. Appreciate it. British, right? Some good British humor there, huh? And even the anti-vegans who came on tonight, thank you, for participating. As long as you do it in good spirit and aren't, hateful person and just attacking everyone and me and everything, you can come by. All right, guys. So it's been quite a live stream for me. This is the most I've talked all week. I've been just kind of chill and holding up here all week. Anyway, guys, I will see you soon. I will try to do a midweek live stream, and next week, Angie's final part 4 of the Tiny Baby Kitty series, where we finally find Tiny Baby Kitty a home. You'll see, we're finally gonna pick up the cat after all these weeks and touch it and take it to the vet and found a home for it. So you can watch the final exciting conclusion for that, guys. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably have that out pretty early next week too, because her video's, I think, done now. So just a matter of putting it out one day for you soon. I think that's it. It's been a weird week of me just fixing odd things around the house, and I haven't got too much news for you guys here, guys. So anyway, I will be seeing you soon. So take care, vegans. Remember to stay happy, healthy, and vegan. Right? Much love to you all. Bye bye.